be tough. This is going to be nails.
Well, do you know, I think naturally your eyes just get drawn to the dyno, don't they?
Yeah, I know.
It's such an unusual, well, I say unusual, but it's become more and more common in competitions, hasn't it?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I guess it's as the profile of the sport is rising, there's an element where you want to please the crowds and make it good as a spectator sport, and I think that's part of why all these big jumps and dynos are coming into it, because it's just so awesome to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, ultimately. And today I found myself thinking, I just want to do the dyno. I just want to get to the dyno, because they are fun to do. The crowd love it. The athletes, some of them love it and some of them don't. But I think, see, after the massive dyno, I think, see, when you get into about clip 9, which is in the roof, there's a flat roof, you're tired, you're exhausted. I think that will just be a pump fest going through there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of climbing by the time you get to there. Especially right at the beginning, you've got that panel of big fours. So that's stealing a big snatch of your energy right away, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I think each individual climber will look at the whole route, break it down into sections, do the first quarter, and then think, right, I know I can maybe get a wee rest in this whole shakeout.
Yeah.
Or you'll get other people who will just fly and go for it.
Yeah, because time's quite a big factor in these competitions as well, isn't it? A lot of people in the qualifiers were timing out today, so they run at a time, and that's what ends their shot rather than pumping out or falling off. So you have to really balance moving quickly but being careful enough to not pop off the holds.
Yeah. And in each individual qualifier, you get to watch everyone climb, and it is amazing how many people will do it a different way.
Yes.
Because there's not just like one key beta, there's like different ways to do everything, and people will use their own strength.
Absolutely. And depending on people's heights as well. It makes a big difference. And we got, so last night they sent out demonstration videos of all the qualifiers, so we were all able to watch the routes from the comfort of our own homes before we came in today.
And if you just look after the initial Fig 4 boards, now we'll tell you about Fig 4s once there's an athlete doing them. We'll probably give you a better description of how they're done and why you would do them. But just there coming into shot on the light, there is a hanging ice barrel. Now, there's been holes drilled in it already that are marked with blue paint. They would be the obvious way to take it, but if you wanted, you are allowed to strike into the ice if you wanted.
That would be fun. The thing is, a lot of people sharpen their picks, don't they? So that they've got a bit of a blunt nose and a downward hook, which makes them really good for these metal things. So it would probably be quite hard to strike into it.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think the ice bollard is going to last the duration until the last finalist?
God, I hope so.
Have you got a big freezer here that's been living in all
day? So this ice, there's actually a wee bit of a story behind it. That ice has been a wick in the making.
Wow.
So initially, it was a bin filled with snow and ice, and then it went to one freezer at -3, and then we managed to get it into another freezer which was -25.
Oh wow!
At the local football stadium near here, and we just went and collected it half an hour ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And now it's here.
That's a lot of effort. I hope people duly appreciate the ice block then.
Yeah, totally. So finals are about to start. And out first is Maria from Slovakia.
Here she comes. So she qualified in 10th place today. So she is the very first athlete taking on the finals. It's going to alternate between a woman and a man.
Let's go.
So here she goes.
So on the starting hole, you always have to match both axes on it. And your time starts once your axe leaves. So her time has started now. Quickly into the ice. Nicely well done. I think it plays a massive part in people's head at the beginning that they're like, right, just get this done. I don't want to fall early.
Absolutely. The first few moves, you're always a bit extra cautious.
Yeah.
And this is cool. So it's a hanging block that you can kind of rotate to the side. So you can...
Into the hold from Korea. Long hand. Match up to the short. Just having a wee inspection of the hold.
Yeah, and then this one she's coming on to now is a sort of metal plate with lots of little dimples in it, isn't it?
Yeah, you have to be very, very accurate on them. Now, the one thing about Maria is like the constant pace that she climbs at. It's not too fast, it's not too slow, just very, very easy, steady as you go. And just like that, that's us at the first clip. And we go into the volume. That's like a ball, so you just hook around the top of it.
Yeah, quite a big move coming off that.
Yeah.
She's going to go for a fig 4, she's going to reach it.
Let's see this.
You got to be so accurate going to these tiny little metal hooks.
All about body tension. And as you see if you don't make these moves the first time, you get tired, you have to readjust, your feet slip a wee bit.
Yeah.
It's just loads of things. So, nice, we're going for the fig 4.
She's still having to kind of pop for it. It's quite a big
It's just such a
move.
small margin you've got to get it. So readjusting, rethinking. So this is, I would say this is a very, very clever part of climbing, that figuring out a move. And you've tried one thing, right, okay, I'll do something again, and just keep fighting.
Yeah, and that's sometimes part of the...
Yes,
who's made
well
it.
done.
Fantastic. She'll probably have thought that through when she was viewing it as well. She's probably said to herself, I'll first try it that way because that would take less energy. If I can't do it, then I'll do a figure 4.
Nice. Perfect.
There she goes. Hopefully we're going to get to see the first dyno of the day.
Yeah. So we've gone into a stein there. So the preferred way of taking a stein is always short handle. So you place your pick into the hold and pull back on it, giving you great leverage. These are very, very safe holds. So we're just readjusting here. Maria's probably not happy with it the initial first time, and just to be sure, we're going to reposition. Oh, cut loose, feet back up. Well held.
Yeah, so what Oz was saying there about taking stein short handle is it's your body's in closer to the wall, so it's just much easier to keep your core solid and to keep engaged on it.
Oh, keep kicking. So the shaking out is just trying to get a wee bit of blood back in your arms, and you try and take one arm till it's absolutely pumped and then switch hands and then get some more blood in. But we're going through time here quite quickly.
We've got some interesting facts for you about Maria here. So she's been competing for almost 10 years, starting with local competitions.
Come on, Maria.
And she took part in her first World Championships in 2017. She says her least favourite moves are underclings and dynos, so she's not going to like what's coming up.
Come on, Maria.
Her favourite competition this season was Korea. It was her first time out there, but she kept on climbing better and better through the World Cup.
Yes. Now, that is very, very intelligent.
Wow.
How Maria's just done that. Well done. Excellent. Now pull up onto the box. So, it's worthwhile mentioning as well that some clips have to be clipped before you make a certain move. And obviously, clips in ice climbing are the most important part because you get more points for a clip than you do a hold. So unlike when you would go normal sport climbing or trad climbing, you'd always try and clip like at your waist. In this, you always see people clipping as soon as they can because ultimately that is where the points are. And you get different points for taking each hold. Right, so she's making this look very easy, and it is incredibly difficult. So pulling up on top of the box.
Job. I'd say this is a very unusual move. I've not really seen anything like this
very,
before.
Very weird. So she's taking the top of the box with her hand, getting positioned, kicking into the box. Now, having the time to think about what you're doing can often be a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. So the clip number 4 that she's just tapped with her axe, she's just done that to make it swing and bring it into her a wee bit easier. So this is a mandatory clip that all competitors will have to clip before making the dyno. There we go. Yes, and that's done.
Fantastic.
first competitor at the dyno. And the crowd love this.
She looks like she's just taken a moment to compose herself, getting psyched up and ready for it.
1 minute left for Uiaa.
You can sometimes be athletes can be a bit tactical sometimes, like if she knows she's tired and she knows she can get the points and move up in the ranks by sticking the dyno and doing maybe one more move, she knows it's worth taking a rest and just
exactly.
building up to that.
Oh! Oh, what an effort.
Fantastic effort.
I think she'll get the points because as she jumped, she went for the hold and she actually weighted it with her axe. So it'll be interesting to see if she gets the hold or not, but brilliant.
Fantastic effort.
That was class. She didn't take much time to get sorted at all before she jumped, did she? She was just like, I'm away, I'm gone.
I was quite surprised. I thought she was going to turn around and look at it and eye it up.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think the angles can be quite deceiving and it's hard to know exactly what it feels like up there on that box.
Yeah, and I also think that if you're conscious of time, you're worried that, all right, I've got to make the move now, or if I do make the move, it's not going to count, so...
Yeah.
No, it was a nice start. So we have Marek from Slovakia up next.
Yep, another Slovakian climber.
Slovakians are so strong right now. It's amazing.
They are, yeah. There's a few in the finals. So Marek is 39 and he's been competing since 2017. So
I can't believe what I'm reading here, but he says his favourite moves are undercuts.
How unusual. Although he does say his least favourites are jumps, so
oh god.
He's gonna have some fun on this route.
So a lot of the competitors that you're seeing just now are alpine guides, or they're massively into outdoor drive tooling, or trad or sport climbers. So they come from many disciplines, and you'll see that some people, you can clearly tell that they're amazing at bouldering. Other people come from a strong rock climbing background, and they will take some holds with their hand, which you are allowed to do. If you fall off a hold that you've taken with your hand, you don't get the points for it, so your axe has to touch the hold to get the points for it. Next competitor is coming out now.
From Slovakia, we have Marek.
Here is Marek.
So the men and women have got the same finals route, but there's a slight difference at the start. So you'll notice that Uiaa started on the boards on the wall, but the guys have to do this big 4 plank first of all. So you can see Marek just getting set up at the start. His axe is in the starting hold.
Nice. So each competitor gets to pick out their own walkout music, which is a nice little touch to get psyched. Now here we go from the Fig Fours. Look how quick he's going. It's just like effortless completely. Yeah, nice.
Straight into the ice.
Perfect. Wasting absolutely no time at all. Like this is so quick.
Yeah, you can tell when an athlete's got the top in sight.
Yeah.
They're moving super quick through the bottom stuff.
Oh, we slipped there.
It sometimes takes a bit of getting used to kicking in different walls and different structures.
Oh no, he's trying to skip the hold.
Wow.
He's trying to skip it. Come on, chill. Come on.
It's maybe a women's only one, is it? I'm not sure about that, but I'm wondering if...
Sorry, that's exactly what it is. Oh, this is so hard from the get-go.
Wow. It's such a precise hold that they're going to. I'm seeing this more and more in competitions, like big lungy moves to
Yes,
really
he made it!
precise ones.
Yes, well done!
fantastic.
So obviously having to swing and aim into such a small place.
Yeah.
Wow, that was incredibly hard solo.
So Marek had been hoping to climb in Scotland after this trip, but has got a sick climbing partner and says hopefully next time. But I think that there's not that much snow and ice around for him anyway.
No, a lot of the competitors have been asking about going, oh, and he's off.
Oh, he's
Oh,
off.
he's off. He's off.
Oh, he'll be gutted for that.
Yes. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
This is one of the things with dry tooling, isn't it? That some of the moves are just so sketchy and technical that you can get big surprises all the time.
Yeah,
and sometimes
totally.
the best athletes just blow out unexpectedly.
I don't know about you, but see, when I watch the videos when they come out, I think of the crux for myself, and I fixate on this one part about how I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I've only been competing for 2 years now, and I'm trying to get out this habit, because once I do the crux, I'm like,
Oh, what's next?
oh my god, I didn't even think about any of this.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that feeling. Or sometimes the first part of the route as well you haven't really looked at because you've been thinking about the crux.
Yeah,
Then-
yeah.
So next out it's going to be Caitlin, isn't it? Our local hero.
Now, Caitlin is 19, she's from Glasgow, and she is in the GB team. So, I do apologise in advance if I get carried away here, screaming and bawling. So, Caitlin, it's worth mentioning as well, is a RAB athlete.
We're getting a replay here of a
yeah.
replay of where Marek came
Oh,
off.
look at it. Yeah, so if you see that hold, it looks like a metal hold that is a bit of reinforcing that's just welded.
Yeah, but I think, was it the undercut that popped whilst
Yeah,
he was trying to get situated?
So he's come on
that?
top of it. He's
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to match it underneath for the undercut.
Yeah.
No, that's well spotted.
Oh, hard move.
I want to hear the biggest hold you've got for our only competitor in the finals from Great Britain.
Yes,
Here
here's
comes
Caitlin. Yes. So Caitlin is attending all World Cups and all European Cups this year, making it to Korea, Champagny and Saas-Fee, along with Slovakia and
it's
Czech.
pretty exciting for her to get to compete on her home ground.
Yeah, so out of everyone that's currently in the GB team, Caitlin is the longest serving, and I can't even tell you how many comps she's been to, so she
Yeah.
is actually a veteran. She's one of the youngest, but
She's
actually the longest
a
serving.
19-year-old veteran.
A 19-year-old veteran, that's right.
Yeah, it must be so exciting for her in front of a home crowd and been able to sleep in her own bed last night and come to her local wall for the competition.
Yeah, so starting on the match holds.
She's off.
Right, let's go,
Here she
Caitlin,
goes.
let's go. Right, nice and smooth, nice and smooth.
She looks like she means business.
Yeah, she's flying along. This is absolutely
She is.
excellent. First time, come on. Yes, nice.
Cruising.
Notice that all the athletes, once they take a hold, they'll leave their axe in the hold that they've just come from until they get firmly settled, because obviously the more points of contact you have on the wall, the better. Now, Caitlin's absolutely flying up this
She
first
is. She means
section.
business.
Just moving the hands up. Long move.
Yes, Caitlin.
This is onto the reinforcing, the wee bit of bar.
Yeah. So I think, the women get this next hold, which maybe the guys didn't have. Is that right?
Yeah,
So she
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have to do
that's
the
right,
match.
that's right. Go for the clip.
Nice, Caitlin.
Right, perfect. This is great. This is great.
She's moving really quick. She's
Nice.
hardly used up any time at all.
No, this is really, really confident climbing. So you want short grip and then long handle up right into the bottom of the box onto the ball. Right, perfect. Notice Caitlin keeps on shaking out a wee bit after every move. This will hopefully keep the pump at bay.
Yeah, you get that lactic acid build up in your arms. Yeah.
Yes.
Go on, Caitlin.
Yes.
Precise. Come on, Caitlin.
Hard move.
She's
Hard
looking
move.
really calm. Just
Right. So I wonder if we're going to go for a fig 4. We've tried one thing.
Yeah. And it's the sort of thing they've probably all been chatting to each other about this in isolation. And
yeah, 100%.
You often
oh,
see-
yes,
Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes, well done. Kick into the bottom of the box, stabilise the feet before you lift that left axe off to limit the swing.
Just making her mind up how to do
Yeah,
this.
making her mind up.
Nice, Caitlin.
Yeah, well done. Oh! Oh. That was really, really quick, confident climbing.
It was so good. Yeah, she was in it to win it there.
Yeah.
But that's the risk you take when you're climbing quickly, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
What an awesome performance. She was looking so strong.
So that would put her... No, that's her second place now.
Yeah, just her and Miriam have been out so far.
Yeah, so Caitlin's currently sat in second.
And Caitlin wants to do a shout out to her dad and to Willis and to Luke. Better say that for her.
Well done. And like you touched on earlier on today, although these climbers have been at it all day as well, and there's not much rest, there's not much, like you have to maintain a level of energy throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Oh. So it's going to be interesting to see how other people, after we've had 3 people out now, so we've got an idea of how they've done it, and will we see anything massively different from everyone else?
Yeah, but you got to remember as well, the athletes are all coming out from isolation, so they haven't seen each other. They don't know how the last person got on. They're not getting all these tips and tricks about how best to take it. It's all fresh and new to each athlete that comes out.
So we have Marko Guna next from Slovenia. Now, this guy is a very, very nice man. Always willing to help, always willing to speak. Like all the athletes here, if you come off early or if you make a mistake, or they're so willing to talk about it and help you. I've never been around a group of people who want everyone else to do as well as they're doing. Right, so here we go. Big 9, big 4. Opting to skip out a hold. Save a wee bit of time. Just making it a bit of a longer move.
4 years. Going into it like many other athletes through the sport and the world.
Yeah, nice.
Joined a workshop just 4 years ago, and here he is, the European Cup finals. Big shout out to his brother.
Doing this quickly.
And there's his friends who all places, and I'm sure watching back home on the
So this is that first big move in the men's where they've got to go all the way
Yeah.
up to that metal hold.
Marco's taking great advantage of both the holds in
Oh.
the pipe there.
Oh, come on, Marco, get your feet on.
Feet slip there, managing to stay on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes!
Yeah. Wow. Fantastic.
That is phenomenally difficult.
Seeing his rope's a bit twisted around that last hold. I don't know if he's
Yeah, if he's noticed.
going to have to fix that. Oh,
Oh. And that is him off.
that move is
Well
proving
done, well
tricky.
done, well done.
So it's a little metal hold that they first take on top, and then they got to transition into an undercut on the same hold. And it's such a powerful move, that, isn't it? To keep all your body tension in close enough
Yeah,
to do
it
that
is.
transition.
It's also controlling the nerves, and in front of a crowd,
Absolutely.
you know, there's so much to think about here. I mean,
So you
just
see
look
there,
at how
he's
minute
got
that
it
is.
on top, and now he's got to take it underneath. And it's maintaining that pressure in both directions.
Yeah.
And it's,
Oh,
wow.
it's so unfortunate.
It's a tough route they've set.
This is mega, mega hard. I didn't think the qualifiers were too easy today either, to be honest.
No, there was some hard moves low down in both the qualifiers.
Yeah, agreed, agreed.
Yeah, but they split the field up well, so they did their job. It's quite hard for athletes waiting to come out in the finals because you don't. Is it 6 minutes they've got to climb the finals?
I think it's 6 or 7 minutes. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
but when he's fallen off, when Marco's fallen off after just a minute and a bit, the next athlete suddenly having to come now when they might have thought they had another 5 minutes rest before their goal.
Yeah.
So you're kind of always on edge when you're through there. You can't really predict the timeline.
When you're in isolation, you can kind of gauge how well athletes are doing by the noise the crowd make as well, if you can hear them. So everyone will be like, all right, okay. They'll have an idea of how people are getting on. So we have Annick Tipi from the Netherlands.
Yep, she's only 25 years old, so one of the younger competitors here today. She's been competing for 4 years, and she got into it through Tom and Dennis and Marianne. So I'm sure anyone who's been following the series knows who Dennis and Marianne are from the Netherlands.
Dennis and Marianne being absolute veterans of the sport.
Absolutely. So Annick's made a great start. She's already flying her way up the first few holds.
Netherlands have a great representation in this final.
They do, don't they?
Yeah, Dennis and Marianne constantly make finals. It's so impressive.
Yeah, and it's great to see them kind of coming out with more younger climbers as well that they've
totally
training with.
Perfect. And each competition you go to, each wall is different, how hard you have to kick is different. So normally at this stage of the day, you'll see people have got used to how hard they have to kick or how soft they have to kick, but this is slightly different because the wood that is used for the volumes is different to the one on the wall, so you have to gauge it differently.
Yeah, there's so many factors, isn't there? And like temperature makes a difference as well. Obviously it's a bit more stable temperature today being indoors.
Yeah.
but
if your hands get wet in any way, it's not good. It just makes everything super slippery. Most of the athletes wrap their axes with amalgamating tape or bicycle inner tube just to give them that bit more grip.
Yeah, and you'll notice everyone's wearing gloves. Most people tend to go for golf gloves as the weapon of choice. So Annick's gone straight for the Fig 4 on this move, but is struggling to make the reach from that position. I wonder what she's going to try here.
Just trying so hard to figure this out.
Yeah.
Feet back on the wall. Feet back on the wall. Yes. Come on.
Such a precise move. You can see on the close-up there on the stream just how tiny those little holes are that she's going to in the metal.
Come on.
Go on, Annick.
She's struggling. So close.
She's going to take a moment now. She's like shaking out that left arm that all of that power is going through. Not for long, mind you. She's straight back on it.
Right, kicking back into the box. Good.
Go on, Annick.
So close. I mean, see, when you're in this position and you're trying to make a hold, it might only be inches, but it might as well be about 2 miles away, and then you're trying everything in your power to get to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tough.
She's giving the arm a good shake out.
This is a great fight, by the way.
It is, isn't it? The spotlight makes it really exciting. I don't know if you can see as well the shadow on the side of the wall.
Yeah, it was very cool actually, the silhouette.
You can see the axe going up.
Class, perfect.
She'll be getting tired now, but
Yeah,
hopefully
she
she's
just
going to
keeps fighting and fighting and fighting.
shake it and have one good effort to get that hold.
She just keeps on hanging on. This is wildly impressive.
So impressive.
Not giving up is such a mental game. Come on. Right.
Going for the fig
Right.
forward again.
Yeah, last fight. Going into the fig four there. She's giving absolutely everything here. How long has she been on this hold for?
A long time.
Yeah, a lot.
She's doing amazing.
Yeah.
Still 2 minutes of fighting time.
Oh, she still has 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. So this is her just regaining a wee bit of blood in her arms. I can tell you, she will be absolutely delighted to get off that hold.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's off.
She's off.
What
What a
an
good
effort.
effort. That was a long fight. She'll be dreaming about that move tonight.
Yeah, that was an absolutely great fight.
Amazing
So
job.
you were saying earlier on about a lot of the athletes, a big draw for coming to this European Cup is obviously to complete the circuit, but also to come and sample the winter climbing in Scotland,
Yes.
which there is not a lot of right now.
No, I think Dennis and Marianne from the Netherlands, they'd come over a week early to hope to do some mixed climbing.
Yeah.
That ended up going dry tooling
Yeah,
instead.
so they went to the Works, which is a very well-known dry tooling crag in the Lake District, and from what I heard, Marianne and Dennis tore the place apart, completing Power
Absolutely.
Jab, Guardians, Polish
Sent all the
Direct.
local test pieces.
Yeah, exactly, in the space of like 3 days. And you speak to them about them and you're like, man, that's massively impressive. And it's just like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah. It's so cool.
Yeah, they're so humble.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
low-key.
very, very humble.
So you'll see now what they're trying to do is retrieve the stuck ice axe using a big long stick with a brush on the end. So this has been pretty interesting today in some of the qualifiers. There was a couple of places where axes were getting pretty jammed in, and it's hard to control such a long pole, I think, to knock them down.
Now, I know from a route setter point of view, every time an athlete falls off with one axe, they're gutted because they have to go and retrieve it or do it, but I assure you,
Yeah.
when you're up there and you fall off, you don't care.
No, you don't care at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like, sorry guys.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah. So next up, we've got another. So that's, I think all 3 males so far have been from Slovakia. So this is Marek Cerny from Slovakia, our 3rd male finalist. Strong team they've got. So Marek is 31 years old and he's been competing for 9 years. So he's a bit of a pro veteran on the scene as well.
So, Marek is an absolute monster of a man and is incredible at outdoor dry tooling. So, if you'll find a situation where it requires power and a bit of aggression, this is your man. Yeah, he's in. He's in.
Nice. Here's that big move.
Just
He's-
taking advantage of the swing.
He's gone for a very upbeat tune for his finals song, hasn't he?
Yes, and he's in. And he's in. Oh, he's out.
Oh,
Oh, that's cruel.
good job. He still had a firm grip on that right hand to be able to come down onto it.
Oh,
Oh, gosh.
he's unsure and he just doesn't want to commit to it until he's absolutely sure.
Wow.
Yeah. We're happy with it this
Fantastic.
time.
The amount of power that each one of those swings uses up.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
He's going to have a wee rest.
So
He's off.
obviously, rather than moving up off of one axe, he matched on that hold. Let's see how he does this.
So this is the move. None of the men have made it past this move yet. So they don't get the next hold that the women get. They've got to do this kind of upside down
They've got to
match
skip
on it.
past it. Now
So
he's
let's
going
see if
for
we
the
can see someone.
undercut as well. Let's see what he opts for.
Oh, is he gonna?
Is he gonna try and skip? Yes, yes, yes. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, perfect. So, I think he sacrificed maybe the safety of going for the undercling.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. In one span, no rocking for it, no nothing, just being able to bosh it out.
So strong.
Climbing super quick.
Yeah, it's an incredibly tactical sport, isn't it? And he's got 9 years of competition experience, and that all helps make those decisions about when to skip moves, how to, and he'll know his reach and his limits very well too.
Yeah. Last year, Jonathan Brown was competing here, and he did an incredible move. He underclung did an undercling on a ball, and I was like, "How did you think of that?" He's like, "Only because I had seen it being done before at another comp."
Wow.
So it just shows you.
Yeah, it all builds, doesn't it?
Right, really nice here. Yeah, easily done.
Here he goes.
Now, I want to see if he's going to take a wee bit more time to position himself up on top of the box.
I know. The thing is, it's still such a long route all the way to the end.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I know. So we're probably, what would you say, about a quarter of the way through at this stage?
Yeah. Maybe a third. I think we'll give him a third.
He's doing incredible for time right now. So he's going to do the mandatory clip.
But as much as he'll want to rest, there'll be a big part of his brain thinking, I've just got to keep going if I want to make it to the end in time.
Here we go.
Here we are.
I'm starting to think the bottom of the route is actually the crux. Me and you were talking about the roof being the hard part, but I think that we've seen the really difficult bit.
Absolutely.
Let's go, let's go!
So is he going to jump with one axe?
Is he going to go short handle? No, double. Yes!
Wow.
Get the feet up. Wow! Look at that core strength clip.
Fantastic. So he went for 2 hands on one axe and dynoed with one axe in his mouth, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
interesting. So I remember watching the comp last year.
Whoa! He cut loose. Come on. Feet back up.
Come on, Marek.
Come on. What a fight. Yes! Amazing composure in a horrible situation.
And I think
let's see how we get on here.
Oh, he was heel hooking the very edge of the hold there, I think, was he? He got a wee bit of...
Did he get feet in the hold?
Fantastic.
Marek, this is massively impressive. And he's cut loose again. Oh, he's off.
Flying axes everywhere.
Wow.
What a performance.
What an effort. Yes, well done,
He looks pretty
Marek.
happy with that.
Well done.
It's always the best feeling as a competitor when you know that you've climbed to the limit of your pump. You know, like if you fall off when you're exhausted, it feels good, versus if you ping off because you didn't mean to.
Yeah, 100%, because you want to, as crazy as this sounds, if you're going to fall at all, you're going to want to fall on the hardest move.
Yeah, you want to know you've done your best.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
And he looked pretty happy with that. He had a big smile on his face when he came down, I think. It was a great show.
He done brilliantly to recover that twice.
So the next athlete we're going to have up is a young Czech athlete, Aneta, and she was one of only one of only a few females who stuck the dyno on the first qualifier route.
That's right.
She was the first one to do it, actually, the first woman to make the dyno. So yeah, excited to see what she's going to perform for us tonight.
Yeah. Aneta also competed this year at the Uiaa round in America and in Korea. Competed in speed, doing very, very well. Aneta's quite a methodical climber, moves very, very well, thinks about everything that she does. Just really, really quite clean about doing it. It doesn't really commit to anything half-heartedly, where you see other people and they get onto something and they're like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah.
And Etta's much more,
Strong
no, I want to
and
be
steady. Slow
yeah,
and
I want to be
powerful.
happy with the hold rather than
Yeah.
just, oh, it'll be all right.
Absolutely. And she says her favourite holds are fig 4s and fig 9s, so she'll probably be hoping she makes it onto those roof blocks so she can
Do you
get
like
to do
fig
some of
4s and
those.
fig 9s?
Do I like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. So here comes Annetta, 23 years old,
Here we go.
competing for 5 years.
You'll notice the pink bubble on the back of the helmet. Custom.
Matching pink harness.
Eye of the Tiger, bold choice.
She's got a good pink colour theme actually. Her axes and her gloves and her helmet and her harness. Here she goes.
Off we go. So a lot of the time as well, you'll notice that each climber will go from long to short handle, or maybe they pick a move that's further away, so you want the long handle. But if you're a tall climber, if you can move and decide which one to take the hold with, it will save you so much more time.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can often plan your sequences ahead so you've got the right hand in the right place so
Yeah.
that you're swapping
Yeah.
just once.
Because if you take into account of a whole route, if you get to the top and if you have taken each hold with the correct handle in the most efficient way, it saves you time, it saves on mistakes.
Absolutely. And you'll notice competitors always putting ice axes in their mouth, so seems unusual the first times you see it until you're used to it, but
Yeah.
it's a very safe way to store them. And the other way you can store them is what you see Annetta doing now, so she's put one over her shoulder.
And it's worth mentioning, you don't often see it. In fact, I have never seen it, but if Annetta here was to drop her axe, it would mean a disqualification.
Yeah,
But how everyone's clinging onto their axes for dear life, you don't often ever see it.
yeah, it's rare. It's rare to see someone drop one. So she's on. Oh, what's she got there?
Oh! Has Annetta found a hole that no one else has known that's there? Oh, there's another hole round the side of the volume.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. How did no one else notice it?
That's so interesting.
Oh, that's incredible.
Wow. Because, yeah, so many
Oh.
people were struggling with that big move.
That is so clever.
Wow.
I wonder, is that a male and female hold?
I'm not sure. I can't see any
Yeah,
tape
I
on it.
had no idea it was there.
Yeah, no one's used it so far. I wonder if the others were intentionally not using it or if they just didn't see it at all.
That could be the difference between like not getting on a podium and getting on the podium, knowing and using that hold.
Absolutely. It's
Interesting.
very tactical. So that viewing time where you see everyone looking at the routes, it really is so important to scrutinise
yeah,
it, isn't it?
absolutely. Right, Annetta just making sure, as always.
Doing a little pull up to check her axes in the best
Yeah, I
of the
don't know
hold.
if she's in the hold. I think she's just like on the top of it where the metal matches. I don't think she's in the good part. I think she's. Yeah, I
And
think
it's-
she's noticed
It's like
that
a sixth sense. She knows, doesn't she? She keeps looking
Yeah.
up to check.
that something's not right. Oh, I don't think you're in it. Maybe readjust.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's committed. She's committed. She's trying to have a look just now. She might try and
she's
match onto
figure
it on the
fourding
good
on
bit.
that tiny little bit.
So quite often you'll see the
She
big
got away
four
with
being
it.
done on the worst possible hold. Yeah, as
She
you can
got
see,
away
she's
with it.
took the top of the hold and not the actual good part. But she's
Yeah.
just sorted that out now.
Yeah, and that's allowed, of course. There's no rules against it. Sometimes boundaries are painted in red, but yeah, you can use whatever part of a hold.
Right, come
You
on,
want to.
Annetta. You've done
Come
so
on,
well.
Annetta.
Come on.
Right, we've seen her fly earlier, so hopefully she
Yeah,
can
she's
fly
already
again.
done one dyno today and done it very, very well.
Yeah,
I reckon she's got this every day of the week.
I'd say so. And I think it's quite like a logistical challenge for the climbers at the moment. They've got like 2 ice axes to deal with. They're
Yeah.
trying to hold on with their hands. and
Yeah,
You just don't want to drop anything, like you were saying about dropping the axes there. It's just such a weird, unusual position to be in to then
Yeah.
have to turn around
and
and jump.
see, the longer you're up there, the more you're thinking, oh, my hands are getting a bit of a breather, I'm getting a rest, but
Yeah,
you've got to sacrifice that. So sat on top of the box, knocking the clip, get it in.
oh no.
No, Aneta. Aneta, wrong rope. So Aneta has clipped into the rope on the draw and not the rope on the lead rope. Right, yeah,
There we
that's
go.
perfect.
I think that just shows like how much mad pressure is going through the competitor's head.
Yeah.
Like she'll be such an experienced climber, and she'll have done a daft thing in the total pressure
Yeah.
of the moment. She quickly sorted it.
Right, we're good
Here
to go
we
now.
go.
We're ready. So Aneta's going to go for the plan as well of dynoing with the one axe and both hands on it, just when she commits to go. Oh!
Oh, good effort.
Nice. Good effort, good effort. Hard moves.
So hard. Fantastic effort. I think her axe sort of hooked on and then she was off, didn't it?
Yeah. I think everyone concentrates so much about hitting the hold, they don't
Yeah.
actually think about
Then
what
holding
happens when they
on.
do hit it. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I practiced dynos for the first time just this week, and
In the cave downstairs?
in the cave downstairs,
Oh,
yeah,
nice, nice.
the one across the room, and I was just so shocked with how, I don't know, much weight suddenly feels like it comes onto your arm when the axe hooks over.
Yeah.
It's so different to rock climbing because you don't like feel that steady grabbing off it with your hand. It's just suddenly you're like lurching onto this handle.
Absolutely.
There's a replay of that extra hold round the side that
Yeah, I
Aneta
know.
found that no one seemed to have found. Yeah, I think was it Annick earlier from the Netherlands who tried that big move about 30 times.
Yeah.
She'll be kicking herself
Yeah.
watching that.
So now we have the young Jorge Rodriguez from Spain. Jorge is a very, very, very good sport climber. Obviously, some of the best sport climbing in the world is currently in Spain, and he's taking full advantage of that.
Awesome. He's only been competing for 1 year in the ice climbing and dry tooling competitions.
So let's begin the regular gymnastics competitions. Next up, we have from Spain, Jorge Rodriguez.
Jorge is one of the nicest wee guys ever. And I don't think there's a thing about age in this sport. Like, it doesn't matter if they're 16, 18 or 40. Everyone just gels. You get treated all like with the same respect.
They
It's
do,
class.
yeah. It's such a nice vibe.
Yeah,
And
it's
also
good.
in terms of performance, I think it's quite, it's quite unique maybe in a sport that there's such a huge age range of people who are like podiuming and making
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah, yeah.
Here he goes.
I really don't think age is an advantage or disadvantage in this sport.
No,
Look at this, flying through it.
absolutely fine.
So I think Jorge has, as soon as he's got on, thinking, I am not going to time out. I am going for the roof.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he's wanting to
moving.
top this. Look at this. Jorge was here last year at the comp and made it into finals as well.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
he's just building on this high left foot. He's going to try and do this a bit more. Yeah, that's better. That's better. You want to go for the swing. I thought he was going to try and do it static and maybe lock off. He sorted his hands differently. Reverse grip, short handle.
He looks a bit unsure as to how he wants to take it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Here we go. Big swing, big swing.
He's got his axe in his mouth at the moment. There you go.
Yes!
Wow,
Well done!
First time.
Come on, my man.
That is awesome.
So, see, after you do something huge like that, the crowd give you so much support and everything. It's hard just to bring it back down and just remember, like, oh, yeah, I've still got loads to do.
Absolutely.
But it gives you such an incentive. You're like, right, that was amazing.
It does. The crowds really make it, don't they? And we've got an awesome crowd in tonight. Oh, it looks like he's going for the... Oh, no, he's going to try the undercut, is he? He is.
Oh,
Oh, no,
it's
he's
come
off.
off. Just a moment's lapse of concentration.
Oh, he'll be gutted.
Yeah.
That move is really catching people out. So far, out of the 4 men, all 3 who tried to do that undercut transition have fallen off.
Yeah.
And the only one who made it was
Marek.
Marek, who went straight through.
So Marek has the high point at onto the pedestal box.
Yep.
Right, okay. Well done, Jorge. Well done. Oh, we have a bit of royalty here up next. Haruku is from Japan and is an absolute beast.
Yeah, so she's been competing for 4 years. So I didn't know her at all from when I used to do the competitions because she wasn't on the scene then. And just like watching her today, I was like, wow, who is this person? Like, she's so strong, so like agile, athletic, just makes everything look effortless.
So did you ever have like a favourite ice climber ever that you can think back upon? Like for example, for me it would be Yannick Letard.
Oh yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, did you compete like at the same comp as him?
I have been at a couple when
have
he was,
you?
like I think it was his first year that he was competing, and he climbed so differently, like just like a monkey, like swinging with such confidence and precision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I was saying earlier on about Aneta, making sure about every hold, making sure it's absolutely perfect. Yannick would just pull on absolutely anything.
Yeah, he was the opposite of that.
Yeah, complete opposite.
But like obviously with so much skill.
So entertaining.
Question. Right.
Here we go, Haruko.
And she's 38 years old. She's gone for the song Under Pressure by Queen. Hopefully to take some pressure off herself. Here she goes.
She done incredible in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
So well.
She moves so well.
And I think it's fair of me to say with Haruko, never falls off. Times out sometimes, but will refuse to fall off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
will just manage to stick something constantly.
Yeah. Such a good climber. I think it's like quite hard to. It looked like she just slightly miscoordinated that on her first, because it's a lot to think about at once. You're like swinging, you're kicking your foot, and you're reaching up all at the same
there's
time.
like 100 things going at once. And the top ice climbers in the world will be doing a movement with their foot. They'll be readjusting their feet. They'll be doing 100 things at once.
Yeah.
And when I get on the wall, I'm just trying not to fall off. They're thinking about what they're doing 5 moves ahead, and it's just, I think there's always a part of your game that you have to work on, regardless of what level you are at the sport.
Absolutely. There she goes.
Matching on that.
So,
into the undercut.
is she going to have seen the little hold round the side, or is she going to try the big move?
I think that's as smooth as we've seen anyone climb the first
Oh, look
quarter.
there, she's got it too.
Yeah.
Excellent.
How have they not seen it?
Like
So she was not in that properly, and the axe just shifted, and I think it's seated pretty well now.
Wow.
That was very lucky.
That was lucky.
Yeah, nice and clean.
Fantastic. She's got to that high point really quickly, I think faster than anyone.
Yeah.
By the looks of it.
Into the Stein.
She's looking good.
And also, it's worth saying as well that see once you come out in the finals, if you come out last, you can look at the wood and see what everyone else has been kicking.
Yeah.
So it might give you a wee bit of an idea, right?
That's
If everyone's
true.
been kicking here, there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
And you can work off stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes.
Beautiful. Making the clip. Do you think the taller you are, the better you are at dynos? For me, I don't think so. I think the more...
I think it depends on the position you're dynoing from. Like,
Yeah.
if your height's making you all bunched up
Yeah.
for the starting position, then it doesn't necessarily help. Maybe if you're dynoing like, off a massive flat standing ledge, then height can be helpful. But there's so many factors in it. Then maybe you've got more swing to absorb if you're tall as well.
Yeah. I don't think Marek did it earlier on when he made the dyno, but I think the ideal thing to do is as you come in, get your feet straight up into the box, control the swing,
Yeah.
and then try and get both your axes up and try and to maintain a bit of body tension and just to control the swing.
But that's because he dynoed with one axe in his mouth, didn't he?
Yeah.
So
Right, here we go.
here we go.
Let's see.
Oh, she's
One axe on the shoulder.
trying to decide what to do.
Yeah.
She's gonna go for one shoulder.
Okay, so Haruko's getting right up on top of the box. Getting as much height, standing up.
Come on,
Having a think.
Haruko.
Come on, Haruko.
Come on, Haruko. She's eyeing it up. All this
It
training
is
she'll
a
have been
very,
doing.
very lonely place up there.
Absolutely. It's just one moment, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
so we've got a
you
no
sh-
hands rest effectively.
I know. It's just so different to other climbing. Like usually you can just pull harder or grit your teeth to do something, but
Yeah,
here it's
yeah.
like all or nothing. It's one moment. All
Standing
those
up,
months of
standing up.
training.
Yes!
Yes!
Woo!
Wow,
Oh, that was so well done.
that was superb.
well
What
done,
takeoff.
Haruko.
What
So
a-
I would say what did you get? Maybe 30 seconds at the top of the box. Weight off
Yeah.
her arms. Now I'm gonna say it. I think she's going to get very, very close to the end.
I bet she's also just had the biggest injection of adrenaline
Yeah,
through her after
yeah.
that dyno.
Because the crowd just
And
gave
the
her
crowd
all the
going
backing.
wild. Absolutely. She's going to be flying. Her takeoff was awesome. I hope we're going to get to see that afterwards on the
Yeah.
replay. But she almost did like a little running hop
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a jump.
I was a wee bit skeptical at the beginning, thinking, oh, I don't know if this is the right way, but
And her face when she caught it, you could just see that like joy and relief.
So, ladies and gentlemen, shout for the Gambler's players. It's Gambler! Hurry, everybody! Gambler, Gambler!
She's looking pretty comfortable right now, isn't she? Like she's got a lot in the tank. Oh,
I mean, look at this. One arm hanging
yeah,
and still looks so chilled out and
she
calm.
does.
That's what I was saying. It's like there is no pump there. We've got 1 minute left. Right.
Here she
Into
goes.
a nice safe stein. We tighten off the boot. Shake it out. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Look at that. Look how
Fantastic.
smooth that was from one box to the other with no effort whatsoever.
She's looking so strong.
The white ICT box did not even move.
Get that clip
Come on,
in.
Haruko, make the clip, make the clip. Yes! Yes!
This is
Come on,
an
Haruko.
impressive high point she's setting.
And that's time.
What a performance.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant.
She knows she's done fantastically.
Yeah.
She looks rightly very pleased.
I think it's worthwhile saying as well that Haruko coming from Japan, coming to Scotland, coming to all the other European countries, that in itself must be like a huge ordeal. Because I'm trying to think, like when I went to Korea,
Yeah.
you're like, everything is different. You're not
Yeah,
getting your own
it's not just
bed.
like teleporting to competition day and arriving at a venue and
Yeah.
doing a competition. You've got
Yeah.
this like
Like, there's
whole
a-
journey in a foreign country and
Yeah.
trying to work out like logistics. I mean, you had a crazy.
Oh my
You of all
goodness.
people have had a season of logistical nightmares, right?
It was hard fought. I never thought I'd cry in a French airport before, but I did. And then eventually, the first leg going to Korea was a nightmare because of my visa. And then when I went to go into France, we ended up having to sleep in the car because the
Yeah.
French border was closed because
And then
they
you
were
missed
striking.
that competition, didn't you?
I missed the lead competition, yeah, and it's heartbreaking because you train for it all year,
Absolutely.
and then you get there 3 hours late.
Yeah.
And it's just so annoying.
Oh, is that what happened? You got there and registration was closed?
They had just
Oh,
finished
the border
two-
was closed.
yeah, they had just finished both qualifiers
Yeah.
and semi-finals were about to start,
Oh,
so we never got to go on.
heartbreaking.
It was gutting.
But yeah, it's so much that all the athletes sacrifice to make it to these competitions, you know?
Yeah,
Like a
totally.
lot of people have full-time jobs and they're using up all their annual leave to come and do these world tours, or then some of them will be sponsored athletes and then they've got all
Yeah.
the pressure to deal with.
I think very few athletes, even in this sport, are sponsored.
Uh-huh.
Some of them are, but a lot of them aren't. And obviously, traveling to these competitions it's a great experience, but it comes at a great cost
Yeah.
to the individual person.
Absolutely.
And no one does this for anything apart from the love of doing it.
yeah, totally.
Yeah. But if you speak to any team, speak to the Italians, Slovakians, everyone's trying to do the same thing. They've gathered a squad, they've got people together, they're just trying to get premises or structures or trying to do something to develop the sport even further. And I'm not going to lie, that's part of why I do it as well. So like one day I won't get a chance to compete because there'll be someone better than me, younger than me, come
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, brilliant. And everything that we're doing just now will hopefully make it a lot easier for younger people to come into the
Definitely.
sport. So
Building that platform, and yeah, absolutely. So next up we've got Tom Phillips from the Netherlands.
last year when Tom came from the Netherlands, actually stayed with me in my house. He is a lovely, lovely guy.
Oh, so nice. Everyone here is lovely, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So he's one of 4 Dutch climbers in the finals. 2 men, 2 women, getting ready for those big 4s. So you'll see when they go along here, they do a mixture of what's called Fig 4s and Fig 9s.
Oh, he's
So-
crossed over. That's
Oh, he's tangled a bit. So
think
you'll
he
see
forgot how
he's
to do it.
only using his left leg and alternating which arm he puts that leg over. So it's a mixture of Fig 4, which is when you're over the opposite arm, and Fig 9 when you're over the same arm. And the reason you do that is a bit more efficient than switching legs. You use less core muscles to have to do a...
Would you not say that was
Full
quite
change.
unorthodox the way he did
I would
that
say that
through the
was quite
woods?
unorthodox. Yeah. But he made it. And he looks like he's full of beans, so
Yeah.
he's good.
Like, see when I show anyone how to do anything
Uh-huh.
and they figure a way out themselves, I honestly, all I say to them is like, oh good, do what you want. Like, as long as it
Definitely.
works, like, who cares how you do it or how you get there? Tom is going for this. Yes!
Wow.
Yes!
Fantastic.
Big energy.
I'm amazed how well everyone's
Yeah, I
just
know.
catching on that hole.
I know.
Because there was the one guy who took like maybe 5 swings to catch it, and
I know.
it's amazing. Right.
So Tom's taking both axes with the one hand to clip.
Yeah.
Again,
That's quite unusual.
I've not seen that before. Fair play.
Right, is he going to go straight or is he going to try the undercut?
Oh, come on, Tom. Come on.
Oh, he's done it.
Yes! He's done the move.
Fantastic.
He's done the hard move.
Fantastic. So he is the first man, or
Yeah.
first person to do that move.
Oh, he's trying to skip this hold.
Yeah.
Right, please go round the side of the volume and take the other one.
Oh, he's
Wow.
got it. Fantastic. He has got it.
How tall would you say Tom was? He's probably not 6 foot. I think he's like 5'11", I think, something like that. Just to give you an idea of
Yeah.
how tall the competitor is.
Yep.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Dennis is definitely the tallest athlete that we have here.
I think
obviously
that's
from
a
the
fairly
Netherlands.
safe bet to make. Yeah.
Nice. So I don't know if Tom's into that hold correctly. I think he's done the same thing as Aneta, maybe.
It's just hooked over the top.
Yeah. Yes.
He's
Yeah, we love
ramping up
it. We love it.
enthusiasm from the crowd. Yeah, it looks like he's in the good part of the hold there from the close up we got. But yeah, it's
The
so
good
hard.
thing about Thomas as well, that I don't think you'll ever see his feet going because he kicks so well and so accurately the first time.
Yeah. Don't say that, you'll have
Yeah, I know.
don't
I know,
tempt
I'm
me.
the curse of the commentator and all that. Yeah.
There he goes.
Again, using problem solving to make ultimately the move so much easier.
Absolutely. Always a bit tangled up. Sometimes
Okay.
unwrapping yourself from fig fours can be
Oh
challenging,
my
can
goodness!
it?
Like,
Especially when there's
you
a
know
rope
when you go
involved.
outdoor dry tooling
Yeah.
and the rope's like round your legs through the pommel. Oh, it's an
Yeah.
absolute nightmare. Oh,
Oh,
come on! Stacking the axe round
this
the
is where,
back.
yeah, you really don't want to drop your axes on this bit, do you?
No, right. Both axes are off now. Again, swinging. Look at that.
Nice.
That was
Pro.
beautiful.
That
was
was-
beautiful.
Super nice.
Come on, Tom.
How do you think he's feeling up there?
Ground control to Major Tom. I think he's going to take off.
I think so. What's he? Oh, he's going to double axe jump.
Easy, easy off the knees. Yes.
He looks pretty chilled.
He's going to two
Come on,
axe.
Tom.
Nick. Yes!
Yeah!
Beautiful.
Fantastic. No
And like
bother.
I say, feet straight into the bottom of the box. The reason I talked about that earlier on is because
Yeah.
I seen him do it last year and I asked him about
Oh,
it and he's
really?
like, oh, always kick the bottom of the box, always.
Oh, fantastic. So it looks like, do you reckon they practice those jumps quite a lot? He looked,
Yeah,
he looked
yeah.
very, very relaxed with that, didn't he? Yeah, that was amazing
That was really
control, the
cool.
way he went straight
Is it
in.
wrong of me to imagine all these competitors at home jumping off the top of wardrobes and stuff onto like the curtain rail at home?
No, I reckon that's exactly what goes on. It's looking good. He's probably still got a reasonable amount of time left as well.
Yeah, it definitely does.
So a lot of competitors in training won't have full height walls. It will be boulder walls that they're doing.
Yeah,
and,
that's right.
And what they'll often do is set timers because you get used to how long your routes are in the competition. So like usually 4 minutes or 6 minutes, and you'll do circuits and just keep moving for that length of time.
Yeah.
And you develop quite a good sense of knowing what that feels like.
Well, I don't know if you've seen recently Dave McLeod doing his endurance videos on tools.
Okay.
So obviously he's got his boulder wall at his house.
Yeah.
And he did a 20-minute set on tools, just doing a revolving
Wow.
circle. 20
Where is he
minutes.
today? He should be
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Oh, I'd love for him to be here.
That'd be cool.
Right, Thomas, having a wee bit of a battle with this clip. Yes! Come on, Tom.
We have just less than 1 minute remaining, so come on, we want to see it.
1 minute left. So obviously the competitors have no idea where they are in the ranking either.
Yeah. They've
So-
got everything to fight for.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When they come down and they speak to people in the crowd, they'll get to know where they've placed.
Yeah.
So they'll have a rough idea, but as of just now, Tom has no idea how far he's got to go or what he has to do in
Yeah.
order to win.
And the difference between the positions can be so small. It can be the touch of a hold.
Yeah.
It can be anything. So every single inch up the route makes a difference.
10 seconds.
Like, yeah, he knows that touching that next hold will get him.
Oh! I think
Ryan.
you'll find he was just in a screw hold there, wasn't he?
Yeah. But even that touch could make the difference between ranking places.
Nah, that was sick. Who do we have next? Oh, Liebeck from Liechtenstein.
Yeah. Today was the first time I've ever seen her competing as well, and she's phenomenal. She's so strong. Another young one who's taking the scene by storm.
It's worth
And
noticing as well that obviously the climbing centre, if you've never been here before, is inside an old church.
Yes.
And the competitors, when they arrive first of all, are like, this is phenomenal. This is a great use of an old building.
Absolutely.
And me and Jorge went for a walk earlier on today, and we've seen another church, and he pointed at it and he goes to me, is that another climbing centre?
You say that, but is there, I think, 3 churches in Scotland that are climbing centres?
So 3 Wise Monkeys.
Oh, 4, yeah.
Oh, 4!
Well, because there's 3 Wise Monkeys in Fort
Yeah,
William.
yeah, that's
there's
one.
A Vertical World in Dundee.
Church again,
Yeah.
right?
And then Alien Rock in Edinburgh.
Used to be a church,
All churches.
of course.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to sell a church, get in touch with any climbers that you know, and you might be able to have a good business case or deal.
Indeed.
They make for amazing venues and climbing centres, don't they?
Yeah, because they've got in the roof, there's these amazing beams and rafters and structures. And Willis, who's the head route setter here, he sort of made a joke during the technical briefing this morning as well to point out that the rafters are not in as parts of the route. She can't be swinging about in them.
And you have to think, see when this church was built, did you ever think that there would be a European ice climbing European round in it?
I know, absolutely. Just awesome.
So, Lee is from Liechtenstein. The competitors from Liechtenstein are phenomenally strong. They have a they have a small core group of about 4 or 5, and every single one of them is as good as each other.
Yeah.
Like, they're really, really strong.
And Leia has had a good season this year. She won the speed competition in Saas-Fee.
I know.
So she can move quickly when she wants to.
You ever competed in speed?
I once took part in the speed in Champagny one year.
How did you find it?
Didn't do very well. Me and Emer did it together on our long axes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I think, like, obviously speed's really, really popular now, but even like, I don't know, 8-10 years ago in the competitions, it was very niche. It was mostly like the Russian athletes were very good at it, but not that many people were focusing on the speed.
Russians are phenomenal at
So
speed.
I guess it's been interesting, and in rock climbing, so many more people have been doing speed in the last few years.
It's
with
really
the
taken it off, and I think,
Olympics.
see, for a spectator point of view, that if you don't like watch climbing,
Yeah.
people love it. People
And
love
it's easy to
watching it.
understand, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
the fastest person is the winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Because people who don't, know climbing comps, they always ask, don't they? Like,
Yeah.
who's the winner? Is it
Yeah.
is it the fastest to the top?
Yeah. Look at that.
She's making light work of this.
Oh, what happened there?
We saw that on one of the other competitors, didn't we? That
Yeah,
the
again-
axe hopped
again.
a little bit.
The flexibility that you have to be good at this as well
I
is
know.
a major factor.
It is. She's flying up this.
Now, this move's always a bit tricky for people because everyone tries to go off the short handle up top in one move.
Yeah.
Just have a wee look.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think the Fig 4 is like the ultimate beta for doing this bit.
Yeah. It's I'd say quite a unique angle transition, you know, like to go from 45 to a slab. I've not really seen that, I think, in the comps before.
Yeah.
So it's just new and people don't quite know how to deal with it.
Do you find as a competitor yourself that you have like a default setting of how you do something? Like you get to something, you try one thing and then you go, boom, I'm going to try this.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Do you find that?
Yeah, definitely.
She's having a shakeout to set up again. Oh yeah, she's Fig 4ing it.
Fig 4. Watch how she presses the left foot and brings her ankle parallel and just gives her that extra wee bit of height. And it also gets the weight off your arms into your legs for that brief second.
Yeah.
And sometimes you make a move and you've used so much energy and you go to make a clip and it's like, I don't know, trying to repair a poppadom. It's just impossible.
It's trying to what?
It's like trying to repair a poppadom.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely impossible to do because you're so tired, or maybe it just won't sit properly.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good metaphor.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, that's very good timing with the song that it's just come onto this
What have we got?
tense, mystical moment as she
yeah.
sets up for the dyno.
Yeah. Nice. I wonder how the dyno looks. Obviously from the ground it looks massive. Do you think it looks bigger or smaller from there? Do you think anyone's got up there and thought, you know what, this isn't that bad?
That's not so bad. I don't know, I reckon that's unlikely. Here she goes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
You know when someone does something and you already know that they're going to do it before they do it? You could tell with her body position, like all her body language, that she's like, I am making this move. Hanging.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta just have that fire, don't you?
Yeah.
To do well in these.
Oh
no!
Lee,
That was
amazing
an
effort.
unexpected slip.
And do you not find with rock climbing as well that, particularly if you go out, you know when you're going to fall?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, unless a hold breaks, but you're climbing, and you're like, I'm off here.
Yeah, you feel your fingers slip, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas,
but with tooling, you can be safe as houses, or so you feel.
Yeah.
And then something happens, or you move your feet, and then gone.
yeah, it's so sudden and so shocking. And it's a whole extra dimension. Like the moves when we're seeing them going over the slab on the black block and they're hooking the wrong part of the hold, but you just don't know that because you can't see it. But if it's when you're rock climbing, obviously you can feel what you're holding.
I think I'm qualified to talk about what it's like from not climbing to getting into climbing, and I do things that the elite people would never ever do. For example, see when I move my axes, I'll look at my feet and see where they're going and try and position them. I need to get out that habit because ultimately you want to be keeping your eyes on your picks, not your feet.
Oh yeah, so when because it's different to rock climbing. In rock climbing you have to look at your feet and put them on the little dimples, but in ice climbing or dry tooling you just got to whack them in and all the plywood's the same, so you don't need to watch.
I think the reason I got into dry tooling was because I thought, you know what, I'm a thug, this will suit me, I can just kick and pull and have a go. When I go sport climbing, oh my goodness, I am just the least delicate person in the world. Yeah.
So were you a sport climber before a dry tooler?
No, I was a nothing before I was a dry tooler.
Oh, you went straight into dry tooling?
My first event was at the Scottish Dry Tooling Club 2 years ago.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then like an addiction has taken over my life.
Yeah, that's quite unusual to get straight into dry tooling.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool, but I guess that just shows it's a growing sport. It's less of a...
And hopefully in 10 years' time that it's not going to be a thing that you say to someone, oh, I started dry tooling before climbing, and they're like, what?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we've now got another climber from Liechtenstein, small but powerful country. It's Andreas Gantner.
He's opted to shout out to nobody.
Pardon?
He's opted to shout out to absolutely nobody.
Oh. He's 26 years old, been dry tooling for 8 years. He got into dry tooling because there was an ice tower in a ski resort. So he started on real ice and then moved into dry tooling.
You like a bit of ice climbing, don't you?
Yeah, I do like a bit of ice climbing. Yeah. Did lots of climbing last year on Ben Nevis. But, oh, here he goes. He's setting up for this big move. It's so cool when the route setters think of all these like wacky moves, because when you're training, you can be as imaginative as you can and try and think of all these different weird things to train, and then they'll throw something like this at you in a competition. Having a shakeout and going again. Come on, Andreas.
This is the classic move that when you do it, you're like, thank you, God, that is over.
Yeah. It's interesting the different strategies as well. Like, one of the climbers earlier was almost like running to it, like doing lots of tiny little steps and running up the wall. Whereas I think he's trying to get slightly more solid placements and just do one big kick as he goes up. Oh, and he's got it. Fantastic.
It's a very intensive workout on like your scapulas, your shoulders,
absolutely,
your forearms.
Yeah, it gets like all the muscles in your body, doesn't it?
Ah, totally. I was speaking to Henry yesterday, and we were speaking like.
Oh wow!
Whoa!
He's just done something nobody's done before.
That's incredible.
He missed out the undercling and that ball hold, and he's gone straight to the other side.
Earth?
Fantastic! That just shows like there's so many ways to do these routes.
Yeah, and it's worthwhile saying as well that not only are you saving time while doing these things, you're saving energy.
So much energy,
instead
absolutely.
Of making, what was that, maybe another 1 move, 2 move, 3 moves maybe you've cut off.
Absolutely. Very clever climbing. And it's a gamble, isn't it? Sometimes it's a gamble to do those bigger moves.
Yeah.
And then when it pays off.
But generally, if you look at any World Cup final or in any final, the reason the person tops is because they've maybe thought of something differently or done something more efficiently than everyone else.
Absolutely.
Would you say that competing and working out in the cave and generally taking part in dry tooling in the sport would make you a better winter climber? Like,
I think that's a hard one, because it definitely gives you tons of upper body strength and makes you good at moving on axes and understanding them. Oh wow! Easy money. Yeah, I personally found it the tricky transition with winter, because when you're dry tooling, especially in comps and stuff, you're usually doing it somewhere bolted, so it's like really, really safe, and it's just about the gymnastic, athletic part of it. Whereas in winter climbing, there's so much more to it, and it almost feels extra scary when you don't have your bolts anymore.
Yeah.
Right, he is flying his way up this route. Getting pretty close to the high point.
That's very well done, letting the feet loose and the body turning and bringing you right over to the holds.
Yeah, looking very, very controlled.
I think this is the fastest we've seen anyone reach there.
Yeah. Yeah, he really didn't hang around before the dyno, did he?
No.
Just gone straight for it. It's so inspiring, just the athleticism of these athletes. Into the undercut.
Doesn't look pumped at all.
No, he doesn't.
It's worthwhile noting as well that It doesn't matter what a route setter does, that there will always be at this stage, when you're getting like halfway through a roof, there will always be a bit of rope drag.
Yeah.
So imagine that you're climbing at your absolute limit. You've probably been up there for 4 minutes. You've got your body weight on your arms, and then you're having to drag rope up as much, and it's just such a big ask. Here we go to the medal hold around the other side of the volume. And remember that he hasn't been able to watch anyone do this or anything, and he's got to remember all of these holds.
Yeah, of course, because he like from where he is, he won't be able to see almost anything, will he? So I think nobody's yet hung and stuck that next hold. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Will this be a high point if he?
Yes! Oh my God, he did it!
Wow!
He did it, and he's not in that hold very well at all. Please get your other axe on there. Match, yes.
Come on.
Right, safe as houses now, buddy.
Fantastic.
Get the clip. Oh no!
Come on!
Come on up! How quick he recovered.
Wow.
I think, see, if you cut loose, you are going into deep, deep water, and as soon as you can get out of it. Right, we need to sort the legs out to get the rope over onto the other side.
Yeah. Yes, it's so three-dimensional when you're up there, isn't it? It's like trying to work out which way you're going next.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, like you were saying earlier on, sometimes you've got to fight the rope as well, because it might just be in the worst possible position for you to clip from. Right, he's got 20 seconds. Right, we've got a high point, definitely now making that. Oh, he didn't make it! He didn't make the clip!
Oh, no!
Come on!
Come on!
Right, he's got about 5 seconds left. Make it, make it. Oh no! He's trying so much.
Wow!
Oh, time. That was an absolutely brilliant effort.
Superb. That's a new high point in the men's final. He probably doesn't know it yet, but I'm sure his teammates are about to tell him. He'll be delighted with that.
So, Andres from Liechtenstein, beautiful performance. So, if you can look at the video just now, the move he just made off of the small bit of reinforcing onto the side of the volume, we haven't seen that. That was beautiful.
It was so nicely done, so smart. It really worked for him. I wonder what we're going to see all the rest do.
So, would you say that this was like quite a cardio-based workout, or is it more like a stress and nerves thing that you get from coming down after such a long climb?
I think it's a bit of everything, isn't it?
Yeah, because I know, see, when I come down, at the time when I'm climbing, I'm like, I'm not out of breath, I'm chilled, I'm controlled, but as soon as you get your feet on the ground, you can't, like...
You realise how tired you are.
Yeah, you're like...
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you realise you've been holding your breath for the last 4 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, I absolutely hate running. I hate running more than anything, but I do it because it's good for controlling your breath.
Because you know it'll help.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when you get into a sport and you're trying to compete at the highest level, you have to do so many things that you hate doing in order to maybe better your game or get an advantage.
So next up, we have got Nicole Merkel from the USA. So she has travelled all the way over to Glasgow for this competition.
Boulder, Colorado?
Boulder, Colorado.
Wow.
Wow.
Am I not right in saying about Boulder in Colorado that you can go like sunbathing in the morning and then skiing in the afternoon? I'm pretty sure that's one of these places that's got like sun and sea.
That sounds pretty ideal.
Yeah.
Not like Glasgow.
Nothing like Glasgow.
And you see here it says Nicole is a professional obstacle course racer. Wow. That's interesting, isn't it? A professional obstacle course racer. I bet that sets her up well for doing competitions like this.
So am I right in saying that someone would phone her up and be like, I have an obstacle that needs run, can you come and run it, please?
I think so.
Brilliant, like great honour, that sounds like a dream job.
It does, doesn't it?
Keep going. Boom.
Nice. This is her first Euro Cup competition.
Oh, I watched Nicole climb in the qualifiers, and I actually remember thinking, bloody hell, that's amazing movement.
Yeah, she was looking very, very strong.
Well, do you do anything outside of climbing or competing to make yourself better at climbing, or like, what would you say was a great thing to do that wasn't directly climbing to help you here?
I think, well, as you mentioned earlier, running and general cardio things, I think a lot of the athletes do other sports that will just keep them generally fit, and probably some, gym strength training for injury prevention and rehab.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think most athletes now, they don't probably like the gym, but they do it because ultimately the harder you are, the harder it is for you to break, so the less injury prone you are, and it's all kind of worth it.
Because the forces you put on your body in dry tooling are massive, because you're
huge.
In rock climbing, it's not like on rock climbing you're always holding on with your fingers and you get pumped and fall off, but in dry tooling you're just yarding around on your shoulders all the time and holding big jugs. So well, she's looking strong, isn't she?
It's actually a massive core workout as well, because after comps and after like training sessions, I'll go home and my shoulders will be like a wee bit sore, a wee bit stiff, but I'm like, my goodness, my stomach is absolutely screaming.
And do you ever do core specific training for the competitions?
Every day and twice on a Sunday.
Every day?
No. Remember I talked about stuff that I had to do that I didn't enjoy doing?
Yeah.
I haven't got round to doing core yet. But
so running and core are your two favourite things?
Yeah, you could say that,
Nice. Yeah, I find that if I'm doing Fig 4 training, the thing that gets tired first of all is not my arms, it's like my tummy, my core, my stomach muscles from lifting your legs up and down all the time. Right, she's gone straight for that Fig 4 to get up and over the box.
Using the left leg to push up and stabilise.
There she goes.
Oh! That was very unpredictable. I thought she was going to stick that. I thought she was super safe in that hold.
What a good effort. She was flying up till there. She was climbing really, really nicely.
Yeah. I think the bottom of the route kind of suited her. Like, obviously, if you're a professional obstacle climber.
I think, can you see from the, was she on the actual hold there?
You know what? I think, see, as she went for the hold and came back down, I think the swing might have lifted her out of the hold.
Oh, and just popped her off.
Just a wee bit.
Yeah.
And it's worth noting as well that all the GB team and all the competitors from Great Britain are all helping with the setting. They're all helping with the athletes. I'm watching Scott Deary just now help people tie in and out.
Yeah, it's such an amazing community, isn't it? Everyone's just in there helping out, looking after each other. It's just such a great community.
Yeah, exactly. And the only thing that any of these people want is for this to work and for more people to really, really enjoy it in the future. And it's worth saying that if you ever fancy doing this and getting involved in dry tooling, there's the Northern Dry Tooling Club, which is run by Emma Powell.
Oh, yeah.
That's in the north of England.
The Lake District somewhere,
In the Lake District, which is a fantastic way to get into it down there. And in Scotland, if you're kicking about, there's the Scottish Dry Tooling Club, and which I'm a member of, and all these holds and everything that you're seeing here, we run events so you can actually come and have a go yourself. Now, I don't want to hear anyone say that they can't do it because they've never climbed or anything. I never did that either. So
yeah, and equipment as well, like that can feel like a big stopping point to people, like having to get these axes and boots, but you guys here at the Scottish Dry Tooling Club, you've got so much kit that you share out and lend out. I think there's been a lot of people participating in the competition today with borrowed kit. Yeah. So it really is accessible to anyone at all.
So we've made it a wee mission to get as many pairs of fruit boots, as many pair of axes as we can, making this accessible to as many people as we possibly can. So if you actually are watching this or you come across a clip, please come and give it a bash. So Northern Dry Tooling Club in England and Scottish Dry Tooling Club up in Scotland.
Yeah, definitely come along.
It's also another great gateway into any other type of climbing, friends, relationships, like you name it, it's great.
So we've got our next athlete coming out now, and this is Masato from Japan. 42 years old, been competing for 6 years.
He might be 42, but he moves like he's 17. He's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, age in this sport is no object. I'm just looking at the age ranges we've got in the finals. I think it's from 17 to 43. So, age is no excuse. Yeah, so Masato says he got into dry tooling through Will Gadd, a Canadian climber. Oh, Will Gatt? I don't know if that's meant to be Will Gadd, a Canadian climber.
Yeah. He says here that his favourite competition of the year so far was Saz Fei. Now, I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that, because that is probably the hardest comp of the year. So it just shows you his mentality and his ability that he can go to Saz Fei and say it's his favourite because it was the hardest.
Yeah, although he says he liked the excited spectator. Saz Fei was always my favourite competition.
Really?
Actually, I always did the best at Saz Fei. And the atmosphere there is awesome.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I'd say the atmosphere here is rivaling that well tonight.
That was so easily done.
Yeah, no bother. Masato says this is his first time visiting Scotland. He's going to spend a few more days here after the competition. So that's the thing, sometimes with these competitions you travel to all these places and you never actually get to see anywhere.
You don't.
You're just always travelling.
You speak to any athletes and ask them how was their trip, and they're like, yeah, the climbing centre was great, or the sports hall was good, or like,
yeah.
A lot of it's like airports. Oh, he's come off the undercling.
Oh, gutted.
That is catching a lot of people out. But as you've seen before, people can do it. It can be done.
Yeah. So I think one of the men has done the undercut move, haven't they? And then 3 of them have found another way around it.
Yeah. And it's worth mentioning as well that in the finals, you are seeing the best people who have maybe climbed the best on that particular day.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who competed today who have not made it into the finals, who are more than worthy of being here. And
absolutely,
this just comes down to like what happens on the day, or the type of route, or the type of hold, or one bad decision. So I would like to say to you that these are the best 20 climbers you're seeing in Europe, but they are just today.
Yeah,
like we might go to another
right.
comp and it might be a completely different outcome.
Yeah, like there's people who won't have qualified for the final here today who've podiumed in competitions before, I'm sure. It really mixes up the field.
So I think it's worth talking about the other GB team athletes that we have here. So we have Rory Watson, who is a young machine. Nearly topped one of the qualifiers, and I think he was about either 1 clip or 2 clips off of making the finals. And that's all it can take, is maybe 1 hold or 1 clip between 5 positions.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so close, all of it. Rory's an incredible climber. I've just seen him move with such confidence and precision. It's super impressive. One to watch in the future.
Smart climber as well, very, very smart. And young Nessa today as well was absolutely brilliant.
So we've now got Maya, a Slovenian climber. 43 years old, competing since 2016. Although she's been a climber since 1991.
Everyone's getting so excited. Are we going to see a top tonight?
Well, I hope we're going to see a top tonight. What do you think?
I'm going to put my money on maybe. I can't decide. It's so hard.
So in theory, as each of these climbers come out, they're in reverse order. So the ones who are going to come out last were the ones who did best in the semi-finals. So hopefully they will get higher and higher as they go.
Yeah.
Oh, just having some trouble kicking that left foot in for the move. Here she goes.
In.
Fantastic.
And you'll notice a lot of people, as soon as they get into a hold, like the victory is very short-lived because they just want to move as quickly as they can onto something else.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's that moment of like, yes, and then, okay, right, next move.
I know, I like to savour these moments maybe for a wee bit longer than I should because, like in Sasfay, for example, I made a move and I was like, can't believe I've done that. Can't believe I done, like, just lower me down here, I've had enough. And then you go into the next move and the next thing you know, you're making great progress and the world's a great place until you go and climb the second qualifier and it might not go that well.
Yeah. How did you find Sasfay? What was your favourite comp of the season?
Korea was my favourite comp. In no coincidence, the comp I probably did the best at, but also it just felt special being there because I know that a lot of legendary people in this community like have climbed there, and I've watched YouTube videos about the World Cup in Korea for the last like 2-3 years, and to actually stand there, look at it, and see your name like
up amongst them all, just be there in that.
It's incredible.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Big shoulder move. So it might be worthwhile mentioning that about some of the rules that we have to adhere to. So you have to compete in long sleeves, and you see the gloves that everyone's using, they're actually golf gloves, which can be a pain to find because you can only buy golf gloves. They're only meant to be bought one at a time. So see, trying to find the same size in left hand and right hand, it takes a few trips to Decathlon to get it sorted.
And particularly the left hand ones because, well, most people are right-handed, so there aren't many. Well, I guess in golf you must wear the opposite hand, but it's really hard to find a left-handed golf glove.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can get horse riding gloves as well, or baseball gloves. You can wear oven gloves, I suppose, if you wanted, but they're not too dexterous.
And then the boots that you see them wearing, they're called fruit boots, and they're basically a lightweight, rigid boot with the spikes screwed directly into them, so there's no shaker movement like you might get with mountaineering boots and crampons. It's just spikes drilled straight into the soles of your feet.
Yeah.
Sharpened up razor sharp so you can just kick into the wood without much effort.
Now, I wonder what approach we're going to go for here.
Maya, what's she going to do? She's getting those clips sorted, taking a moment to compose. You can feel the tension in the room building, the excitement as the athletes
I've probably lost about 3 pints of body fluid through my hands just watching this.
Getting a straddling rest on it there.
So I mentioned earlier on Yannick Letard that whenever he tops a route, he likes to climb past the top hold on top of the structure, take loads of slack out, and then do a massive whip. I would love to see that tonight, someone do that.
That would be great. I think that must be so stressful when you're the belayer.
God, yeah.
And you see
panicking.
the climber on top start to pull out slack.
Yeah, like, if it goes right, the climber looks like an absolute legend. If it doesn't go well, the belayer is going to jail. Let's go. Long
ready.
handle, axe in the mouth. Yeah, just commit. Yeah, you've got this.
Yeah!
Yes!
Fantastic.
So almost a small amount of hesitation right at the end there, but she stuck it.
It's so much coordination they're trying to think of at once, like step up, match the axe with both hands and leap. Like it's a lot for your brain to process in a second.
How do you think you would do it? Would you go for like the two hands on the one axe approach.
Yeah. I bet they've been chatting about that in isolation and all come to the same conclusions. Maybe they've been practicing in the little room down there. So the athletes, when they're in isolation for the final, they've got access to a warm-up training room, and I suspect they'll all have been chatting about the moves they've seen in the final after their route reading session and discussing strategies together.
And it is worthwhile saying that some of the competitors we have are husband and wife.
Yep, there's a few teams, isn't there?
So Dennis and Marianne, who are both in the finals,
Yep.
are both husband and wife. And Alex and Olga, they're also married.
Yeah.
And Olga will be out very, very soon.
Getting those clips in.
So I know when Haruko did this move, it was seamless and really, really easy. Let's see how we get on here.
Yeah, it looks quite a hard transition into that fig four just because there's so many moving objects all swinging in slightly different directions.
Yeah.
She's done that very nicely.
We have 30 seconds left.
Wow, that's quite a long time.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That was so easy for her.
I think we're going to get a new
Nice.
women's high point
Now,
now, isn't
I wonder
it?
yeah, I think that is the high point. Make the clip, make the clip. That's a phenomenal climb. Woo!
Fantastic. What a climb.
Yeah, she seemed really, really happy with that.
Yeah, she'll be even happier when she gets told by her teammates that she's now in first position.
Can you imagine what a feeling that would be, coming down and being like, how did I do? Oh, by the way, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're first, you got the high point.
That would be incredible.
What axes do you actually prefer? Like, what do you use yourself, Anna?
I've just forgotten what they're called now. Aspeeds. I use the Aspeeds.
Say again, sorry?
The Aspeeds?
Oh, the A-speeds.
A-Speeds,
Yeah,
yeah, the
yeah, yeah.
carbon fibre ones. Yeah, I got them several years ago. I see now that a lot of people have the ones with where you can match the bottom handle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they look
like
good.
the longer extended handle.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Like, see when you speak to a lot of the old competitors who are climbing on like ergos and stuff like that, like Nomics.
Yeah.
Great winter axe. But I could not think of anything worse than going dry tooling
Yeah,
with
it's so specialist now, isn't it, that you get these
Yeah.
axes. And
But-
there's a box, isn't there? So there's a rule about the
Yeah.
dimensions of the axe you're allowed to use. Because if you had one with really long handles, obviously you could reach really far, and it's
Yeah.
a fine balance between what's useful and what's not. But in general, longer axes are probably going to be an advantage. So there's a box that they have to fit within.
I mean, I feel bad about what I said about Nomics because people love them. And they might try and climb on my axes and hate them. I know Jan from Poland has got like a completely custom axe, and
Wow.
I don't know how he climbs on it, but it's just what he loves himself, and he's such a solid climber. It obviously works. So
What is it, a custom Nomic or something totally different?
I think there's like bits and pieces of every axe. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know which parts are from where, but it looks insane.
And even the picks you get now, there's such a variety. Like you get the
Yeah.
ones that have got sort of two heads on the top for
Yeah.
steining on, so you can take it at a different angle.
So we have Basile from France. Basile is a monster rock climber, and it would not surprise me if you see him taking some of these holes with his hands. Made it into the finals in Saz-Fé after a brilliant qualification and semi-finals. And I think, see if you make it into the finals in Saz-Fé, I think you can call yourself a pretty amazing climber.
Absolutely, I'd say that's a rite of passage for anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you who don't know, Saz-Fé is one of the rounds of the World Cup, and it's in Switzerland in a place called Saz-Fé, and it's in a 11-story car park.
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, so it's, if you imagine the spiral floors of the car park, and it's right down the middle, so you get the audiences lining.
You can
all
literally
the-
stand a meter away from a climber who is up at the 15th
It's
clip.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, and shout them on. It can be very distracting, but very encouraging
Yeah,
at
it's
the
super
same
weird
time.
when you're climbing up and there's just people everywhere
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, it's super weird.
It's oh, here he goes.
That was very, very clean. He went, oh no, he's come out the holds. Oh no.
Oh no.
Basil's struggling a wee bit with this.
It's sometimes hard as well with a hold you don't know. If you pop off it, it makes you then not trust it well when you get back on it.
Yeah, we're in. Now, I've got a funny feeling he is going to go like the clappers up this.
Yeah, here he goes. Right. Get to this interesting move that everyone's taking differently. What strategy is he going to go for?
So we've still got Basil's teammate to come out after him, Virgil, who has got a very, very good chance of winning this comp.
He's had a good season. He came third in Brno this season with the competitions. This is his first time in Scotland.
Yeah, no bother.
Fantastic. Nicely done.
And I think it's worthwhile noting that, see, maybe you've come off a hold and then you go and watch other people go through it with seemingly ease.
Yeah.
Can be very infuriating.
Yes, but also sometimes nice to know it was possible after all.
Yeah, this is true as well. This is very true.
Here he goes. So there's one more competition in this European series, isn't there, in Finland next week?
Yeah, in Oulu in Finland. I think it's going to be very, very cold.
Are you going to that competition?
Sadly, I am not.
Oh, you're not?
No, today was my last European Cup for the year. So I am sad that I'm not going, and I never went last year either, but I think next year I'm going to have to go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Finland's another place where kind of a couple of really key core climbers got a really good community going and trained up a lot of the youths.
Yeah.
And really made a scene of it. Here we go.
Ale.
Are we ready, Glasgow?
Two hands.
Nice.
Very well done. Very well done.
That was fantastic. He's another one who kicked his feet straight into the box, as you were saying earlier.
Yeah, straight in there.
Saved that swing just straight in. Wow, 3 minutes still to go.
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see a top?
Oh yeah, I think he's going to go to.
It's a long way
maybe
still in 3 minutes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so
it's a huge route.
The 11th draw is the last draw, so he's on 6 just now. I'm gonna, I'd love for him to get to the end. I'm gonna put my money on 9th. I think he's going for the high point. I think he'll get it. He's got so much time and he's so composed looking.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah,
massive
some speed
time.
you have to go at to get. It's a long route, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge. Allez, Basil, come on.
He's testing out the hold with his hand first just to get a feel of what it's like.
This section of the route takes quite a lot of time.
It does.
I
Yeah,
think
it's quite technical.
Yeah, a mixture of tiredness, technical moves, and maybe the moves aren't that trustworthy as well.
Yeah, and you also, you kind of go in a bit of a circle around that block as well. It's not just
Yeah, because route
heading
finding,
for the finish.
route finding can also be a massive part of this as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There he goes. Yeah, it's a lot of moves on each block.
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Wow.
He needs to sort his feet out. There's that core move. think you'll have to change what you're trying.
Come on. That's a mad position he's in.
Oh! Come on, Basile, come on, keep fighting. Just reset, that's it, breathe. Very hard to keep your composure just now.
It's amazing how the time gets eaten up, because he was only like 1-2 holds down when he had 3 minutes left, wasn't he?
He's made it, and I think he's into it quite well.
Yeah.
One armour. Up, wrap round. I cannot tell you how hard what he has just done is.
I know.
Yes, come on!
He makes it look easy.
We've got the high point here, I think.
Yeah, he's the first person to get that clip in, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Here we
still
go,
got
here we
45
go.
seconds.
Allez. Come on, Basile.
Go on, Basile.
So I think that's a nice stein. You'll be glad of that.
Yeah.
Keep going into the roof. Nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
First person to see on this neck structure, this kind of floating rectangle of holds.
Great sequence of moves here. I'm having a wee bit of trouble getting it out. Right, I think we've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, we've got a clip. We've got a clip. Come on. That clip could win it for him. Well done.
Wow.
Right, keep going. Get to the next hold. Oh, he's off. That was an amazing climb.
Incredible.
Come on, yes. A very, very happy man.
What a performance.
That was beautiful.
And he's only been competing for 2 years.
An absolute machine.
Absolute machine. He looks very happy with himself.
Very, very happy indeed. So, after your wee break from competing, can you see yourself coming back to the sport full time after today?
Well, I have to say, so 2 weeks ago I decided to enter this comp because it's so local, and I hadn't done any dry tooling in 5 years, and in my head I thought I'm just going to do some training for a couple of weeks and have a go at the competition. But see, coming along to the Scottish Tooling Club and meeting all you guys, seeing the training facilities and just all the psych in the group, it's really like captured my spirit again, and I can definitely see myself getting back into it for sure. It's just such a fun, weird sport, isn't it?
Yeah, it is class. I'm actually chuffed to hear that. That's brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And yeah, like when you were saying earlier about people should feel comfortable to come along and try it out. Like, I didn't know anyone here. Well, I hardly knew anyone here from the club, and everyone has just been so welcoming, and it's such a encouraging, positive atmosphere. So people should definitely come and try it out.
That's so nice to hear.
So next up, we've got Olga Kozik from Poland, and she's one of the much more experienced competitors on the scene.
And one of my favourite climbers.
Absolutely. She's so nice and so enthusiastic. She's been competing for 10 years.
Woo!
Here she is.
Actually, a local celebrity here in Glasgow.
You can tell from the crowd, the cheers she got coming out. So did the Polish team come and train in Glasgow?
So the Polish team came and trained here for a couple of weeks before the World Cup started, and we learned so much from Olga and Alec, and they just taught us loads of stuff, took the time, and I think we'll always be thankful for everything that she taught us and did for us.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm sure it was mutual too. I'm sure they got tons out of all your guys' psych and
I think
friendships.
She got a lot out of it as well.
Yeah.
And she actually made the podium for speed in the World Cups as well.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, she's just been such a consistent competitor over the years. Like, she's just got better and better and better, hasn't she?
And like us up here, she's trying to develop the sport as well in Poland.
Yeah.
And she came over today with more climbers as well. So everybody
Fantastic.
is just trying to get their own wee teams together and get this going and make it as professional as humanly possible.
Awesome. She looks so steady, doesn't she? Just all those years of competition experience shining. She looks so calm, so steady. Switching to the upper handle there,
Yeah.
so that she's got more height to go to that big four.
Makes it look so effortless to
She does.
get that second axe out and control the swing no bother, which is actually very, very difficult.
Yeah. And Olga wants to make a shout out to her wonderful coach and husband, Alec. Oh, and she says her favourite comp of the season is Glasgow because it's the best organised and best atmosphere, and she loves the people.
We'll take that. Yeah, straight away, first time with the fake
Yeah.
four, not even bothering trying it any other way.
Like, she's just climbed so far flawlessly.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only word you can say. It's just been totally perfect.
It's always like constant motion as well. There's never really stop start or anything. It's always like a continual pace doing something.
Yeah. Wow, that was a big step up.
Oh my goodness, 4 minutes left.
She's done so well.
Eyeing up the hold.
Yeah. I wonder what strategy she's going to go for. 1 axe, 2 axe.
Come on, Olga. I wonder if she's going to position herself differently. Goodbye. Come on, Olga. Jump.
Come on, Olga. Gosh, it's such a moment of nerves, isn't it?
Rethinking it.
It's just all or nothing in that moment.
Come on.
Come on, Olga.
Come on, Olga. Yes!
Yeah!
Yes! Woo! Beautiful.
Superb.
I think actually instead of rushing into it straight away, actually taking your time and getting positioned
Yeah,
is the best way.
absolutely. And those extra moments of rest in your arms as well while you're sat in the block.
100%.
She's looking so strong in those big fours.
I think it's always quite amazing when a climber has their hair falling down because it gives you an idea of how steep what they're climbing actually is.
Yeah, you're so right. You really appreciate the angle, don't you?
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Properly upside down. She's moving so fluidly.
Into the stein. Come on,
A
Olga.
little shake out.
Beautiful.
She'll be taking this moment to rest because that's kind of the last time that you get your feet on a vertical that your hands are on too, isn't it? After that, it's just all upside down as it goes.
I think if you rush that move, you'll be off very, very quickly as well.
Yeah.
Oh!
Fantastic.
Yes! Come on, Olga!
Come on, Olga.
Come on, make the clip, make the clip. Right, 40 seconds left, make the clip, make the clip. Yes! 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 Come on!
Oh, that's a lot of...
Come on!
Come
So
on,
it's just
Olga.
15 seconds to make this clip.
Yeah.
Is that in time? Is that in time?
Fantastic.
I think she got it. I think she made the clip. Yes.
Did she make one more move in her last second?
Do you think that's the high point? The getting the clip off there? Woo!
Oh,
Oh, she got the axe.
what an excellent climb.
That was mad impressive. I definitely think that's a podium place.
I think that'll earn her a podium place. She looks exhausted and happy. Almost knocking the fence down there.
Willis giving her a massive hug.
Aw,
See, at the beginning, you start as competitors, then you become friends,
totally.
then it becomes people that you could honestly not go without, and
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, just look at them all there together.
Yeah.
Like competitors from different countries, just all together. One big family.
Yeah, it is actually just one big family, to be honest. Oh, I think Olga was pumped. Woo! Yeah, she's really happy.
It's always a really nice feeling, like in a semi-final or a final, when you've done your climb, you know you've done your absolute best, and then you can just relax and you can like
I know.
watch everyone else, and you know you've given your all.
Between me and you, imagine that you're in second place. There's one more climber to come out. You're watching them. What are you thinking? Are you like, I really hope you do your best and climb as far as you can? Or are you like, I'd love it if you fell? Like,
I'd say it's very complicated emotions, isn't it? Because you really do like care about the other competitors, and competitors, you want them to like do their best and be happy, and you also like you want it to be a good competition as well. Like it definitely wouldn't be satisfying if you like won or up to position because someone else pinged off. Like you know, it's not.
Yeah. So we've got Olga Kosak in the lead.
Yeah. Olga in first place.
So we've got Marianne van der Steen out last, but as far as so far, Kosak is left. Haruko is in third. So here we have Virgil.
Virgil is just 22 years old and already has 4 gold medals to his name for many athletes with a much longer time served. So you boys will be all in for a massive spectacle now.
Climbing in his purple tie-dye t-shirt. So,
Here he goes.
in order to get to the top of any route, you have to climb quickly, you have to climb clever, you have to be pretty flawless. And I think a lot of climbers know that they're good enough technically to get to the top of the route, and they will go as fast as they possibly can, and maybe sacrifice other things or form, or maybe not look that clean, but they just don't care as long as they do it fast.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's such a fine balance, that precision versus speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the time you save by nailing things like that first time is so much, you know, compared to getting that third or fourth swing. The time and energy you save.
Just don't want to lose 40 seconds on that move.
Yeah. He is nailing it so far. He's doing amazing. So Virgil he's 22, he's from France. He's been competing for 4 years and got into it through a friend. And he says he especially likes dynos and Fig 4s and Fig 9s.
Oh!
Wow!
Like a layback on the Fig 4. Wow!
Fantastic.
So remember what I said about to get to the top, you have to think of something clever that no one else done. That might be the move.
And you know, literally, as he did that Fig 4, I was reading off his sheet that he likes Fig 4s and Fig 9s. So
there we go.
He's making the most of his skills.
Virgil was actually so unlucky in Korea, climbed incredibly well, got a disqualification, a very, very harsh one, because ultimately the rules are the rules, but what he did not aid him in any way to gain height or help him climb. So that was kind of harsh for him. So to be honest with you, I'd love to see him win this today.
Awesome.
He's not going to hang about up here.
No, he's not, is it?
No, I think he's just going to turn. He's just going to make the clip and go. Come here, you. Done. Yeah. Getting the crowd G'd up.
Fantastic.
You've got to have a lot of confidence to give the crowd the wee come on.
Yeah, I know, because you don't want to fall off right after you do that.
Yeah, exactly. If I did that, I'd end up falling off the box before even making the move.
Yeah. So the competition season is quite a sort of full-on intense season between like December and March time-ish.
Yeah.
Do you find for the rest of the year, do you keep dry tooling? Do you take a break from it? Do the athletes keep going all year round?
I think athletes generally we're all climbers.
Yeah.
And you just don't stop climbing. You just get more psyched for going out, because if you spend all winter on tools, then you'll be quite excited to go out and do trad or go bouldering. But there's always something going on. But I start getting back on tools maybe in about June or something like that. Maybe have a month or two off.
Yeah. You asked me earlier about like who my favourite climbers were, and someone that's always stuck out for me is Petra Klinger, the Swiss climber. And she's obviously an extremely good boulderer and lead climber. And I think, I'm not sure about this, but I think she only gets on tools like a few weeks before the first competitions, but they do like really intensive training.
I think she rewraps her axes, blows the dust off them, and that's enough. That's enough.
He is flying up there.
Yeah, I mean, Virgil just dispatched that, no problem at all, into the Stein. You're going to see the high point here. I'm so sure of it.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well done, well done.
The route setters will be delighted as well to see climbers progressing towards the end, because it's such a hard job to set routes for competitions like this and get them the right difficulty.
I always find it amazing when one person gets to the end and you're like, how did they know just to make it that hard?
That's like the route setter's dream, isn't it? And they have to be so in the know of the competitors and exactly what level to pitch it at, to pick the right amount of time, and it's a massive skill in itself. And it looks like this route is going perfectly.
We haven't seen anyone come off this flat roof into this hanging volume yet.
Yeah.
I have no idea how he's going to do this. I think he's well... Oh.
What is it? Oh, there's a hold on it.
Oh, no. Right, you need to get set.
That looks hard, because you must need to have some tension on it before you can hook on it.
Delicate, nice.
Wow.
He's got it, he's got it, he's got it.
That is unbelievable.
Oh my goodness, he's made the move.
What a performance.
So did you see there, as soon as he hooked it, he was trying to bury his front point into it as hard as he could, and he's done that. So he's like swinging from this like
Uh-oh. Hope he's
Pendulum.
not gonna...
Right, made the clip. He's going to top. He's
Come
going to top.
on.
Make the move. Make the move. Allez, allez, allez. Come on, Virgil. Strong. Yes. Well done.
Super. We've got one more clip and then one more hold, is it?
Yeah. Allez, allez, allez.
Wow. And he has been
Yes.
upside down, hanging on his arms for
Come on.
3 minutes now. He's celebrating before he's even matched it. He knows he's done it.
Aye, he knows he's got it.
Come on.
Woo. Oh, yeah, he just has to get that last clip and then match on the last hold. One axe. Kick. Second again. He's done it. Amazing.
Fantastic.
And that is how you climb a final. Cool as a cucumber. And Virgil runs away with it.
What a moment. He's going to remember that for a long time, I'm sure.
Brilliant.
He didn't even look that tired at the end, did he?
So that's the fig four with a side pull, very, very difficult. Up into the ball, horrible. Very well done, very unorthodox.
And when they come out to climb these final routes, they just have to have their plan and stick to it. Like, there's no
Yeah.
time to start faffing and like, wondering what to do. You've got to just make your decisions in advance and then commit to it.
I think that's another big part as well, that ultimately, like, your decision making will make you win or lose,
Yeah,
and you have to back yourself.
for sure. So we've only got 2 more athletes to come out now, which are married couple Marianne and Dennis. What a way to finish.
Now, I think Dennis is going to top.
It'd be pretty cool if they both topped, wouldn't
Because,
it?
yeah, because Dennis, to win, has to top.
now. Yeah, absolutely.
What, that would be unbelievable pressure, knowing that regardless of what you do, like,
Yeah.
not only do you have to top, but you have to do it quicker than
Yeah.
Virgil has done it as well.
And do you reckon he can tell from the cheers in the crowd that we saw a top?
Yeah. And Dennis being the kind of guy he is, that'll spur him on. It wouldn't even bother him. He'll be like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
you've done you, I'll go out and do me.
Totally.
Marianne van der Steen. Yeah! Now, Marianne has a massive tank and can hang on, move through things, very, very clever. Marianne is the last female climber out.
Yeah. Here she goes.
And watch her go through this section really, really quickly.
She's going to fly through it. And she's been competing for 12 years. She's such an experienced competitor. So like calm and knows the comp so well.
Yeah.
She knows what she has to do now, and she's gonna just do it.
And I think if you were to try to base yourself around somebody's form or look at how someone does something, Marianne like barely ever does things the hardest way possible. Like, she's clever, she moves so effortlessly through a lot of these moves.
Yeah, and she's just skipped out the ball hold there as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very clever climber.
Went for quite a high clip Now, in sport climbing, you also want to clip at your waist, but in tooling, clips are worth more than anything, so you'll see climbers clipping from, clipping really, really far above them.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's a bit strategic, isn't it? If you if you think you're going to get a lot further, you don't want to waste energy doing a really high clip.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to play your own game, don't you? Straight for the Fig 4, crossing through. So it saves so much time when you can do things efficiently like that, rather than switching axes, switching legs, and energy as well.
I think it's worth saying as well that all the people you see in the finals here train so much and put everything they have into being this good.
Absolutely.
She's actually got a custom harness as well, which is pretty cool.
Does she?
Yeah, so her surname is actually like on the leg straps of her harness.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I guess it's the same with a lot of sports, but they train all year, all season, and then you've got these like few minutes to just show what you've got.
Yeah. You can travel to another country and ultimately do 8 minutes of climbing.
Absolutely.
And that's if it goes well. That's a beautiful image up there, like with the silhouette, the orange, just looking around.
So tense for this move, because she'll know that when she sticks it, she can fly through the roof.
Yeah. I think it might be like a psychological crux as well. It's actually been a very hard move.
Definitely. Well, she's going to go double-handed, I think, is she?
1, 2, 3. Yes!
Yeah!
Boom. Straight up, she didn't opt to kick the bottom of the box first, but straight up into the Fig 9.
Flowed straight into a Fig 4 there, didn't she?
Yeah. Boom. Brilliant. Now, you'll see when they're going from the Fig 4s to the Fig 9s how the bend on the back of your knee, you want it right up on your wrist. That's like the best position to have it in.
Yeah, it's a stronger, more stable position. It gives you so much extra height when you crank up on your wrist.
Yeah. Very well done. Come on, Marianne, come on. Well on course to winning. See making that move, and she kept her left leg on the pedal box as well.
Yeah. I think the female high point is the next clip, this clip, isn't it?
Yeah, I definitely think make this clip and the next move.
And that was where Olga got to.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Oh my God.
2 minutes remaining.
The thing with Marianne is, even if you told her right now she'd won, she'd be still just as keen and determined to get to the end. Like she wants to top it.
Yeah.
She's not going to stop till the end. She's always about like doing her best and climbing to her limit.
Into the roof.
So strong.
Now, I think some people will talk about maybe height as an advantage and disadvantage. I think some places and some moves are obviously easy for taller people and then harder for shorter, but it works all the way around. So ultimately, if you can be a smart, efficient climber, I don't think your height plays a part in any of it. That is just fantastic.
Yeah,
Come on.
You can see it from the climbers who are in the final. It's like there's such a range of heights.
Oh yeah,
Like, so
yeah.
certain types of moves play well.
Marianne's now into first place,
Yeah,
but of course she's got no idea.
she's storming it. Do you reckon that there's a lot of rivalry between her and Dennis, especially when they get to climb on the same routes for their finals?
I wonder. Yes.
Marianne.
Beautiful.
So much time to be upside down for.
Let's see. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. So you're going from something that's swinging into something else that's swinging.
And that second one is really swinging.
Yeah. Come on, go to the top, go to the top, go to the top.
Come on, Marianne. So, bit of an issue.
Made the clip.
Was it? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you don't want to spin too much and wrap your rope around it.
No. All very well controlled.
Yeah.
Right, well done. Giving it a wee hug. Taking the clip over. Oh, this must be infuriating.
Must be. Oh, she just knows that clip is fine.
Yes, make the clip. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Woo. Come on, come on. How can you control the pump? Marianne is such a fighter.
She is such a fighter. I'm wondering if she's timed out and they're letting her top the route.
Oh, I wonder. Come on, Marianne.
Egging the crowds on.
Trying to work this out as best as she can, trying everything. She's gonna have to figure this out soon. She's changed up, took a different hold, different angle. She's just so close, she's gonna make it.
Go on, Marianne.
You've got to control the swing of that and hope at the
I know,
same
there's
time.
so many moving parts.
Yeah.
Oh. You see that every time she pushes off the one she's on, it's moving further, her feet are pushing further away from her.
Oh, wow. Just the ability to hang on up there for this long is staggering.
I know.
So she's trying to swing the puller a wee bit more, trying a different approach here now. Yes! Yes, well done! Come on, make the move.
Wow.
Yes. The pump is real.
Unbelievable.
Get round in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, she may be out of time, but she is not out of juice. Do we want to see the top?
Yes, go to the top, Marianne. Yes. Beautiful.
What a champion.
Beautiful.
Do we care?
Go to the top, go to the top. Yeah!
Fantastic.
Unbelievable. Now, that is as best you will see anyone fight ever. And then doing a one armor still.
What an athlete.
Woo! Beautiful.
Unreal.
And the winner of the European Cup, Scotland, Glasgow, for the females, is Marianne van der Steen. Second place, Olga Kosak. Third place, Maja.
And you can see that Olga was straight over to congratulate Marianne. Such.
Yeah. They always G each other up. Like, they compete so hard against each other, but at the same time, they're very, very good friends.
Yeah, and so happy for each other's success.
Yeah, I'm delighted for Marianne. Marianne's had such a good season.
She has. She's
really,
been
really good
absolutely
season.
on fire. She's been climbing so well.
And with Marianne, second might as well be last.
Yeah.
She wants to be first.
Absolutely.
Well done.
And now she gets to watch and cheer for her husband Dennis.
Yeah, so she's done her deal. She's done her part of the deal.
Yeah.
Let's see if Dennis can come out and do his.
I know, she must feel pretty nice, like sitting back and watching now.
So the results for the ladies are published. In third place we have in second place we have Olga from Poland. And obviously in first
So they're just
place,
announcing here the official women's results, which is Maya in third place, Olga in second place, and Marianne in first place. But we've still got one more athlete to watch, which is Dennis van Hoek, who qualified in first place for the men's competition. So we've already seen a top from Virgil. So if Dennis wants to win the competition, he's going to have to top it even faster. Here he is. So another very, very experienced athlete. He's been competing for 17 years. He's also said that he's 21 years old, which means he was 4 when he started. But I think he might be a little bit older than 21. He's made extremely light work of those big fours at the start, just spanned straight across. And we can already see that Dennis is climbing to win. I think this is going to be a spectacular performance.
Dennis looking strong already. Do you think Dennis knows that Marianne has won?
Don't know if they have some like secret code word she might have shouted, or maybe he could glimpse her face and just know when he came out.
I think Dennis knows.
I'd say so.
Dennis using his height to his advantage. Yeah, you're in, mate. You're in. Dennis and Marianne, before they came here, I think you mentioned on it earlier on, like the Scottish winter conditions aren't that great, so they went dry tooling down at the works and they cleaned the house down there, doing Guardians, doing Power Dab, doing Polish Direct,
Yeah.
which would take your normal person years.
They might be like
years.
lifetime goals for
Yeah,
some people.
oh, absolutely,
And they just
lifetime
went
goals.
and cleaned up.
Yeah. If you'd like to see Dennis and Marianne or check out what they've done in the past, it's actually an amazing video on YouTube called Generation Dry, and they do a climb in it. It's like dry tooling, mixed climbing, well worth a watch. It's super, super cool. Dennis actually won speed at Saz a number of years ago. And Dennis, I think that Dennis has been competing for about 17 years now. So
yeah, he's probably the most experienced athlete, right?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, there can't have been that many competitions more than 17 years ago.
No, there can't be. There was a lady from Finland today who was competing, and one of her first ever comps was in the UK in 1992.
1992?
Yeah, I would have been 0.
A dry tooling comp?
Yeah,
You'd
a
have
dry
been
tooling
0.
comp. Yeah, I wasn't even born.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
And she's still climbing super, super hard today.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's inspiring. Yes, it's inspiring seeing like that the athletes are crushing well into their 40s and knowing that, you know, such a long competition career ahead.
I've got a feeling Dennis is going to make this look very, very short.
Yeah.
Last dyno of the evening. Yeah.
He barely had to jump.
I think his feet were still touching the black box when he made it into the orange one.
Almost, eh?
And I think you can notice how hard Dennis is kicking. Like super, super hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see he's having to wiggle them a bit to get them out.
Yeah,
you just don't want your feet to pop out when they're on that roof, do you?
Making easy work of this.
Yeah, he'll have probably, so a lot of the time when the athletes view the route, they'll have little time marks in their head, won't they? Where they think, right, I need to be there by 2 minutes, there by 3 minutes.
So I don't know if you'll be able to hear this from home. Dennis knows he's going well as well, so yeah, so I don't know if you can hear at home, but the athletes down on the ground will be screaming the time that Dennis has left to him, letting him know how far he's gone. So if you see a climber suddenly pick up the pace, it's because they've been told they might have a minute left or 2 minutes left. Because if you're making great progress climbing at a steady pace, there's no real need to rush. And it's just all part of the game plan. Having a wee bit of a struggle getting in there.
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining from here on out, which should be enough time. Realistically, if he's going to beat Virgil, and Virgil's time, he needs to go, which is well in his capability. He might just turn it on right now.
Yeah.
Allez, Dennis, allez.
I think there's some of his own holds on the roof here as well.
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, good point.
Which he'll know those holds better than anyone else since he made them, right?
Yeah. Well up in the roof there now.
Wow.
Got a minute left.
He knows what he's got to do.
He's actually kicking so hard that he has to wiggle his foot so much to get them out. Now, I wonder, will he hang about on this or will he go straight through it? Find it, find it. Oh, he's cut loose. Still looks calm. Like,
Wow.
No way.
Wow.
No way, Dennis. Whoa. That was amazing. Fuck. That was amazing improvisation.
Yeah, wasn't it? That was fantastic.
Makes you think, did he want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on. Woo! Oh, and he's off. That was an amazing climb. I think Dennis will be very, very happy with that.
I think he will be. And it's got him a solid second place.
Straight over to Willis, big hug. Willis will be chuffed that he's got one top, 1 second.
Absolutely.
Everything's
The
perfect.
route setter's dream.
So, Virgil is the winner of the Glasgow round of the European Cup. Brilliant. Dennis making the dyno here. Boom. Dennis is probably about 6'5" as well.
Hi there, my name's Steve McClure and I'm a BMC member and a BMC ambassador. So I first joined the BMC probably about 30 years ago, maybe more, I can't remember, it's a long time ago, but it's definitely many years ago. Something I can remember from the last year or so was something that really stuck in my mind as absolutely one of the best climbing days I've ever had in my life, and that was climbing Cenotaph Corner with my 2 kids up on the Cromlech in North Wales. And it's such an iconic route, one of the most famous routes, and a route which I'd known about for my whole life. And to climb that with my kids, who had a great time as well, was just such a special day, as good as any of the hard climbs I've ever done. Brilliant. As a BMC ambassador, I'm really keen to get involved with the access side of arrangements. I think for me, the access really is so important. I don't want to see that getting taken away at any point, so as much as I can do, I'm always willing to get involved. So going forward into the future, one of the big things the BMC has to do is just make sure that all climbers from all areas, all backgrounds, and whatever they want to do in climbing are all completely involved. And climbing is growing so fast, that's a lot of climbers, and it's going to be hard work to incorporate everybody, but we have to. We're the representative body for all climbers.
So, GCC looks so weird when it's all lit up compared to when it's completely dark, doesn't it?
I know, it's like a whole new place now.
I know, wow. That was an amazing final.
It was spectacular.
Very, very good.
And they made such an incredible use of the building, haven't they? Like, they made the route as long as physically possible, going up the highest wall and then all the way along the roof.
Yeah, and setting for this, there must be a lot of pressure on you because you try and use the right holes, you try and make it long enough, you try and do everything you can. So if we look at the scores there, we've got Marianne van der Steen, first place, Olga Kosak, second place, Maja, oh man.
Maya in third place. Oh yes,
Yeah.
Sister Habyan.
Very well done. In third place. And Haruko just missing out. I think
Yeah, they were
if you look
so
at-
close,
yeah,
weren't they?
If you look at the scores there, 6.21 and 6.2, so just literally
Yeah.
waiting another hold has got you on the podium.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, like you can see what the advantage, if Haruko had known already where she had to get to, like, you know, you could push that couple of seconds harder
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
it. The margins are tiny, and it being in isolation makes such a difference.
But I dare say, like, if you've climbed in the finals, you're already like climbing to your absolute limit. I know
Absolutely.
they might not think that, but they've all done so well. So if we look at the men's finalist table, Virgil top, Dennis second, Basil 9.261.
Yeah, there's quite a gap between third and fourth, wasn't there?
Yeah. So am I right in saying, looking at this, so Virgil qualified second, and he's come first.
Yep.
Tom Phillips. Yeah, so the run out you're seeing there is actually pretty similar to the way that they came out.
I think so, yeah. Virgil and Dennis have swapped places.
Yeah, definitely. Tom Phillips did so well today.
Oh, didn't he do amazing?
Yeah, because I was speaking
Yeah.
to him even before we started climbing today, and he's like, oh, I don't know, it's been a while. And I was like, you don't lose what you have, man. I wouldn't worry about it.
Good on him.
So we're going to be having a wee award ceremony here soon, and I don't think, as climbers in general, if you climb something hard, or if you always downplay it, or you don't really, like, that's not why we're into climbing, is for any kind of like fame or glory or any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
I think just like the buzz that you'll have for the next wee while of doing
For sure.
something, of winning something like this, will be enough.
Absolutely. I'm just looking at the names list there as well and thinking it's like such a great international representation. Like if you look at all the flags down the side, there's like so many. Is there 8 different countries there?
Yeah.
It's like France, the Netherlands, Liechtenstein, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And you've got a mix of ages as well. Like young Jorge is 17. Dennis is not 17. So it's a totally open playing field. Very good job. Everyone done so well with the route setting today, all the volunteers that were here. No one ever says this, but the B-Lers did an absolutely amazing job as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, so many volunteers have made it happen.
Yeah.
It's been such a success. Like it's the first time Glasgow have hosted something of this scale.
Yeah.
They hosted a really cool British Championship at the end of last year, which I guess was almost like a warm-up for hosting a European Cup. But it's such a lot of pressure for all these athletes coming from all around the world to put on a good competition, a good, fair, satisfying competition, and I think they've just absolutely pulled it off.
Yeah, I think we smashed this.
So everyone's kind of mulling around just now, waiting for the
all the
prize giving
congratulations,
ceremony.
all the happy, all the well dones.
Happy duns.
Happy duns.
Yeah, everyone's got a smile on their faces. It's so good to see.
You ever been on a podium before?
In the British ones.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
Yeah. I think like I won every competition for about 9 years between like 2000 in just within the UK.
I'm so glad I asked you that now.
Yeah, for many years. But it was like quite a small scene. And I
no,
went,
you can't downplay it. That must have been amazing though.
Yeah, no, it was great fun.
Because I've never seen you climb on a comp setting before. Like, see, when I seen you climb today, I was like, that's amazing. Like, you just flew through moves, boom, boom, boom.
It definitely didn't feel like that, but thank you.
No, but it definitely looked like that, and I think you'll probably agree that maybe just another couple of training sessions and you'll be like, oh no, I'm back, this feels like it should, sort of thing.
I definitely feel like I've got the spark back to
Good.
to retrain again. One of the coolest comps I did actually was one that Marianne and Dennis organised and ran a comp in the Netherlands before, on big outdoor tower that they had there.
Oh right, yeah.
And yeah, it was a really cool vibe, a bit like this. Like they had the finals were at night time. There was like a spotlight and music.
Was it cool?
It was really cool. Yeah.
And Sam Pigden, that's in the GB team just now, did you compete with his dad?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yeah. And he was down watching Sam today, so...
I know, I said to
into
Sam, I was like, please don't let him leave without me meeting him, because I'm going to fanboy over him. It's so cool.
Did you meet him?
Yeah, I got to meet him. He's a legend. He was such a nice guy.
He is so nice.
So, Scotty G, he also competed today?
Yeah, he did. He's back. He used to do all the British competitions.
Yeah.
And a few World Cups, I think.
Yeah, he's done Korea before. I think he's done SAS. But so nice to see so many strong people turning up here and climbing.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of other strong Scottish climbers that maybe we should persuade onto the competition scene as well. People like Greg Boswell and
Can you imagine?
David Cloud and that.
Can you imagine? That'd be insane. I wonder. You say that, like Greg Boswell, for example, he just put up the hardest route in Scotland, the grade 13, and there's a video of him doing the crux section of it. It's a dry tooling move every day long. like he's done that move on a dry tooling work because he like cuts loose in the roof, boom, 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 and round. And as soon as I seen that, I was like, that's definitely like a dry tooling based move. So it was so cool to see outdoor.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah, I think he has a board that he trains on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Board. Yeah. Everyone's able to take their helmets off for the first time today as well.
Maybe. Goodness.
Oh, you've got yours off. I've not got mine off yet. So it's been a rule at the competition today that basically any time you're inside the main room of the church, you have to have a helmet on, and that's because there's just axes picking off everywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So everyone's had their helmets on all day.
think it's quite cool, everyone talking and, you know, shaking hands, well done.
Just kind of debriefing from the day as well.
Going through, asking what it was like.
Okay,
and
guys, we are going to do the prize giving, so can the podium athletes please make sure they are here?
Because it is like competitions are such an emotional roller coaster as well, and I think
yeah.
that's when it's like so important to have really good teammates as well. Because see, when you go back to like people in other parts of your life who don't do the comps, they just don't get what you've been through, and I think it's so important to have good close teammates.
Guaranteed when I go back to work on Monday and they'll be like, what did you do at the weekend? They'll be like, oh,
never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't understand.
You can see all the flags that they've got up around the room as well, representing all the countries who are taking part.
Okay, Cossack, please come over to the podium area. Basil, please come over to the podium area. Athletes, we need you at the podium area if you want to receive your medals.
So they're inviting everyone to come up around to watch the podium now, getting ready for the prize giving.
Basil, Fatet, where are you?
I think they've gone for a beer.
Can anybody spot
Huh?
Basil?
I think they've gone for a beer. I seen Bazil leaving a minute ago with a beer.
They were just ready to start the party.
Basil is here. Okay.
So that's the podium
So
there.
first
You
of all,
can see where we're going to
introduce
have our
delivering our medals.
Very nicely
top 3
done.
athletes being presented with their medals.
The bronze medal for the ladies is Andy Syme from the BMC. Sorry, we changed it. So Keisha Husband from.
See now that it's all over and it's all done, I feel really cold. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I must have been buzzing.
It is cold.
I don't know, I'm freezing.
From the Uiaa.
I just drank that can of Red Bull for some extra energy, and I think that
Yeah.
made me very cold.
So here we have the award ceremony.
And delivering the silver medal from the Uiaa, we have our head judge for today. Big round of applause for her. Oana Buffard delivering silver medal. And that goes to Olga Kosek from Poland.
Here comes Olga from Poland in second place.
And
She's receiving her medal from Oana, who's the Uiaa judge who's been here today, making all the tough decisions.
I know, I would hate to do that
Yeah, tough job
And here we go, here's Marianne.
to accept her gold medal.
Yeah, very, very happy.
And she's receiving that medal from Andy Syme, who is the BMC president. They've come down to check out the competition today.
Yeah, it's so cool to have them here.
It is, it's awesome. Posing for a photo there.
Now, this is no rare thing for Marianne and Olga to be on a podium together.
Yeah,
Where they stand on the podium might be different every now and again, but they're always there.
they have
Super
shared
strong.
many podiums, haven't they?
Okay, we're going to move on to our male competitors. So again, delivering bronze medal, we have Keisha from the Scottish Strike Touring Club, who's going to be delivering the bronze medal to Basile Fatet.
So
from
in
France.
third place from
In
France
third place.
is Basile.
From the Uiaa, head judge Oana Buffard gives the silver medal from the Netherlands.
two black?
I give you Dennis van Hoek.
Looks like it.
I think it is. That's an amazing prize.
It's a great prize. Here comes Dennis in second place.
And our gold medal.
Doing
Silver.
well to put the medal on him.
This time,
Absolutely.
BMC, Roger Murray, who is the chair of the BMC. Our gold medal in the male category from France goes to Virgil.
Gold medal. Here comes Virgil.
And from France, gold medal position, Virgil Devon.
After an absolutely outstanding finals performance,
Beautiful.
topping the route.
Very, very well deserved.
A massive round of applause.
What a podium of champions.
Talented men. I give you our podium positions for the European Cup Round 3 Glasgow.
Very well done.
Gold, silver, bronze medals for the men.
And I think that's it from us. I don't think we've got anything else to give out or climb or do or say.
Oh no.
What a day it's been.
Yeah, it's been an excellent day. And good luck to everyone who's going to be competing in Finland in the last European round in a couple of weeks.
Yep. Absolutely. They're all going to try and fit on the podium together.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot.
All 6 of them. Where's we need Maya?
Maya, where have you gone?
Trying to track down Maya, who is 3rd in the girls, to get the perfect podium shot of all
Yeah, it's so
6 of the
cool.
champions.
Okay, we will get a picture later. A massive round of applause for our medalists.
Right, Anna, thank you very, very much for that.
Yeah, thank you all. It's been a pleasure.
Right.
And thanks to everyone for watching as well.
Yeah, catch you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
We're reporting till 3 a.m. Thank you very much.